my turn too.
But how can you say that, right? When
honestly, I'm not going to argue with you guys because you guys know the answers yourselves. I can't argue.
No one is arguing.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to argue. I'm trying to learn from you.
There is no learning in this reality. It's all absurd.
Okay. All right, so it's like, you know, you take not a kid.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, you want me to before the beginning? If you believe in the multiverses, all the multiverses. Let me say something. All the multiverses that you believe in, those are the eternal realities. You can't go to those in this reality. Those are not
gay. What is that? Backdoor obsessed? Yeah, I have no idea. They're just like that sounds obsessed with people. They're obsessed with gay, but they're not gay, and it's bizarre. It's either people are closet gay or they're just obsessed with gay guys. I don't know why.
Sorry to hear that.
Gay! Here comes one right now.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, at least it's not admit that guy's crazy.
Say what you want to say about Edmund being crazy, but he's not gay. He's not even obsessed with the back door. Well, he certainly didn't support Karen Bass. He supported Spencer Pratt.
We got you on that, Adams. Sorry, we can't defend you there. MG. Can I get a green bean for a second? This is not my space. Serendipity? Just give me a green bean for a moment, please. She'll kill me. I can't do that.
Florida, don't you know that I'm also here anonymously? You can kick the gay person out, but you can't get the gay out of yourself. Isn't that right, Florida?
Yeah, have you noticed that there's a dearth of quality people in this world lately? I've been noticing there's like everything from customer service to people serving you at restaurants, unless you go to like the really, really high-end stuff, but it's like, what the hell's going on in this country? Have you noticed that, MG, or am I just delusional? No, I've noticed that. Like, I used to be able to go into a store and say, excuse me, can you, oh yeah, sure, come over here, so let me show you. Now when I go in, it's like, as soon as it's over there. And they're looking at their phone, you're like, all right, well, could you help me? All right, yeah, cool. You're like, oh, I'm really sorry to bother you. Was there something else you were doing? I was like, no, it's okay. I'll be there in a second. Thank you.
Sorry to hear that, King Nav. Jesus, where are you going shopping these days?
They turn around when you're purchasing and ask you to give a tip. Who tips someone at a retail place? Come on.
It's to improve performance and service. It's an acronym.
Come on, dude. To be anti-tipping is to be anti-American. This isn't Europe. This isn't anywhere else in the world. You got to tip. Come on. Well, look, I'm all about the tip, especially the one that won the Knicks championship. That's right. Let's go. Go dances for Muslim men for tips. So this is the topic that affects me.
Claudia, when you went to Iran to your history revisionist conference, did you tip the racist anti-Semite who put on your neo-Nazi organization seminar?
Speak about that.
Well, I had to call the Department of Homeland Security to make sure that you're on their watch list. So just wanted to FYI.
Well, one of the people they did get a visit from the FBI. Yes. Well, I was not one of those people, but yes. Who did? This is none of your business. Yeah, but you're making it public, so.
Robert Taylor in San Diego, Nora Bandora's ex-fiance, who went to Iran here with Caudillo.
Airing out my dirty laundry. How dare you, Alistair? Yeah, watch some underwear with them skin marks go.
How could you, Goo? Aren't you putting yourself at risk traveling to Iran to go to a terrorist training camp? Aren't you worried that the FBI are going to show up at your front door?
I don't think fucking
Crazy. That's crazy how this guy remembered that, because I mentioned that in passing and somehow he fucking remembered.
Well, because it was recorded.
Oh, of course. You never know when Edmund is fucking listening. Yeah. Well, definitely wouldn't go over there now, but yeah, that was an interesting event. Definitely gained some life experience going there.
Did you get laid? Sorry to hear that.
Well, good. The last time you had a girlfriend, what was she?
Invisible. Ethnicity-wise?
Yes, and religion.
She was like Puerto Rican and something else. Yeah. I'm assuming she was Catholic. I mean,
Any your mother?
That's sort of like the default, right? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really speak about.
Did you guys read Howard Irving to each other at bedtime?
I'm surprised he actually lasted. He's lasted this long in this room. Keep him now. This guy is a clubhouse legend. Do not kick him.
I don't think he's a legend. I wouldn't say that.
Allegedly.
Look at all the archival audio he's got. This godforsaken episode.
Probably after. I'm gonna go to a space where he's not welcome, where the black people are.
Sorry to hear that, Dr. Adams. Tell Karen Bass I said hello.
Belgium scored.
You know, before I leave, I just want to say, regardless of whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat,
Yeah, but you voted for Karen Bass. You don't have
I'm voting for somebody that is something that Kitover could never be. A candidate that actually has a chance at winning. So at the end of the day, I can regardless of who I voted for in my election, he will never be anywhere in the realm or the spectrum of any of those successful people that actually have a chance at
Projection says what, faggot nigga? Nigga faggot says projection says what?
You can't say that.
Don't do that. I just said it.
Yeah, you should apologize. Just remove him.
I mean, you could.
Really?
I have a thick skin.
This is
MG, let me just land on this. I have a thick skin because at the end of the day, he can call me all the names that he wants, but guess what? I can't even call him second, third, or even fourth place because the motherfucker never even had a chance to be in the top 10. So at the end of the day, you can continue to call me all the names that you want, but guess what?
A faggot.
You called him the N-word just now?
Yes, I called him a faggot nigga. Nigga faggot.
I don't know what to do with this. It's not my
Well, depending on your diet, you can still see the skin.
Well,
Mind me up, you guys. I got this. Don't.
I have a feeling he eats chimichangas.
Wait, where's Edmund? Mind me up, y'all. Green bean me. Yeah. Give Augustus a mile, man. Let me get a green bean. Yeah, give him. David Bobadilla.
Yeah.
Augustus. This guy, David Bovardee, was talking a lot of shit in the other room about you. It's okay. I'll be the host of this soon, and I'll take care of all that.
Augustus is my good friend. I like it.
Yeah, but you were talking a lot of shit.
What do you mean? Do you not see? This is what good does.
Okay.
He tries it.
I'm being vague right now, but I could be very specific
Oh shit.
about what you were saying. So keep pushing my buttons, Dave.
It's
Notice
okay.
how he shut up because
Let me get the green bean. I'll take care of it.
he shut up because he knows that I was there and I was listening.
There's nothing to say. What are you talking about?
You were talking shit to Rico and all of them, and you were like, "Oh, Augustus, blah blah blah." I said
it was. No, we were talking about the
Augustus and preservation and passing.
Oh, so Rico was talking about my boy Augustus. See, Augustus.
No.
You should
For
have been there.
the record. Okay, for the record. 1 second.
No, hold on. Somebody had mentioned preservation and Augustus in passing, and David made like a snarky joke about something about Augustus not giving him a painting that he.
That's not true. That is not true.
Yes, that's what you said.
But David, why would you bring that up in front of people, knowing that people would take some?
Okay, so Goo is doing what Goo does. He's trying to.
No, but this is not. No, hold on, because this is not the first time that I've heard this. So, Goo, I'm glad that you brought that up.
So what happened?
This is not, and I'm not trolling. This is not the first time that I've heard this. So again, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, the first time I heard about this was about 3.5 years ago. This is how long that this shit has been going on. Goo, am I wrong? So at the end of the day, after 3 years, why now are you bringing it up around a bunch of people?
Nothing was brought up. I was talking about going to the race in Indy, and I'm sorry,
but why would you bring up the?
I didn't bring up the.
That's weird.
He was bringing up the.
That's weird.
But why would you even entertain that conversation? Number one, it's happened so long ago. And number two, I think that you're misrepresenting what actually happened.
Try to stop.
I think that you're misrepresenting what actually happened. I don't think Augustus had promised you a painting. I think that you just drunk it and didn't get money. Okay, and then you try to run some
Augustus is my friend.
Because you were confused. Okay, well then why would you be talking about him like that? Knowing that, again, as long as you have been bringing this up, as long as you have been bringing this up, which I have
Goo is.
As long as you've been bringing this up, you know that people in response negative things to say about Augustus.
Yeah.
I have nothing negative to say about Augustus.
Okay, but you know that bringing it up, it's going to incite other people to say negative things about Augustus.
Well, what happened?
Because that's all they've been doing since you brought it up 3 years ago. This is the whole point.
No, I brought up going to the IndyCar race.
I don't know. I feel like maybe you should take a look at your drinking.
And everyone else was like,
I think that you should maybe take a look at your drinking. Because basically, it's not only clouding your judgment, but also your loyalty.
My loyalty is very pronounced.
And Augustus, I'm not trolling. That's literally, this is not the first time that I've heard that shit.
No, I love Augustus. Augustus is my boy.
Then why do you keep repeating this shit?
Again, it's not me. It's your friend Goo that's trying to antagonize.
No. He only brought up the fact that you're still talking about this shit. How many years later? Which
I'm not talking about anything.
We still don't know the real story because you're always drunk.
For the record,
you're always drunk. We don't know what happened between you and Augustus. As a matter of fact, I think Augustus helped you. And you continue to repeat that story without the context. And again, I don't think you even remember the context because you're always so drunk. I think you should just stop talking about it altogether.
So for the record, we were talking about going to the race in Washington D.C. and I said, yeah, I invited my boy Augustus as well to come to the race, and that's when the conversation was had. That's all I said. So if Goo is trying to, I don't know what Goo is trying to do, but he's with all due respect to Goo, he's throwing a bomb in the middle of something to make it bigger than it is.
David, this has nothing to do with Goo. What did I tell you the last time you brought this shit up, David? Because this is not the first time that we've had this conversation. It's not. So again, what did I tell you the last time? If you have an issue with whatever it is that you and Augustus were discussing,
I don't have any issues with Augustus. Augustus
then why are you still talking about it? So then why are you still talking about it?
I'm not talking about anything. Other people, for some reason, other people like to bring up different topics. Not me.
Amazing. Mind me up, y'all. Yo, Callie, mind me up. Let me get that green bean, you know what I mean?
I would if I could. I don't have that authority.
Serendipity texted me. She told me to mind me up.
Really?
Mom, you up?
Mod him up. Let's go.
That's right. Anyway.
I just wanted to say hello and introduce myself. My name is Sam. Thank you.
Pop Dick Sam. Amazing. Yeah, nah, so this is the truth. You guys want to know the real story coming from me? You want to know the forbidden knowledge, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Let me hear it. I want to hear somebody say, let me get that forbidden knowledge.
We want to know.
Let's hear that forbidden knowledge, Augustus.
All right, so this is the real deal information that's been censored on Clubhouse multiple times due to its profound nature. David Bobadilla. He said to me, "Yo, Augustus, I want to commission you for a painting."
Augustus, you don't have to explain anything.
I said, David Bobadilla.
That's not what he told us, Augustus. He told us that he asked you to paint him one of your French girls.
No, that's
He said, Augustus, I want you to have me wear this and only this. And you told him I don't swing that way, so you agreed to do something else. Because we know you, Augustus. I knew you wouldn't do that. They trick you into doing something weird. But go ahead. I'm just correcting our understanding what David had been.
Lies. Like obviously, you know, don't listen to Dr. Adams. Don't listen to Goo. Don't listen to all these guys are like. So what are you trying to do? You want Augustus to hate me? Is that what you guys want? I don't understand.
Grown men.
No, I'm never gonna hate David Bobadilla.
Yeah, Augustus is one of my good friends. Like.
David Bobadilla.
Augustus, how could you know wrong?
I was saying you were gonna pose. You're gonna pose.
One mic on me.
Go ahead.
One mic on me, Sam.
Yo, that's right, buddy. Gotcha.
Hello?
Word.
Hello?
Amazing. So, alright, this is the backstory to how we got to the let me get a painting, part of the story. The backstory was, I was broke. I found out that my friend David Bobadilla was rich. So I was like, yo, David Bobadilla, I'm broke. Let me get a couple $100. He was like, I got you, bro. And then I did it again. And he was like, I got you again. And I was like, you know what, man? I feel like I owe this guy something. So when he asked me to paint him a picture, which, mind you, my paintings go for $10,000, I said, you know, my paintings, they go for $10,000. For you, I'll do it for $5,000. He was like, that's a little steep. He was like, I'll throw you another $250. I was like, you know what? Deal. So I ended up painting this picture that took me 10,000 hours. Mind you, if I was getting paid $1 an hour, you know, I would have only made $10,000, let alone, you know, minimum wage, right? Minimum wage is what? Like $7, $8 an hour or something, maybe $25 an hour. So we're looking at like something like 10,000 times 25. What's that? $250,000 worth. One mic on me. One mic on me. So we're talking about a $250 deal that's supposed to be worth $250,000. So I took my time. I said, listen,
John Kitover.
I'll get you the
This is
painting.
a
I'll get you the
podcast
painting.
I'm on. Go to Chicago Mayor Vote.
I'm doing something amazing. In the meantime, you know, we can go party. We can have a good time. You know, it's all good. You know, we're friends. And at the end of the day, I'm sitting on a $250,000 asset you're getting for $250. So at that point, I finished the painting.
Ooh.
Right? I invite David Bobadilla to my wedding. He comes to the wedding. The next day, I get a call. Hey, I need you to move to Washington, D.C. And this is coming from the government. I said, okay, no problem.
Got you.
I'm in the middle of moving, where I hire movers. One mic on me, Sam. One mic on me. This is the forbidden knowledge section of the show. And you need to respect that before I get a green bean and just kick you out the room. So, with that being said, I hire the movers and I handle the painting poorly. And at this point, I'm like, you know what, David? The painting in the move. So, I've lost now $250 asset. He's lost a $250 investment. At the end of the day, we're still friends. At the end of the day.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Augustus, is that he didn't mention that part. He was portraying it as if you, like, completely, like, ghosted him and just never fulfilled the
that's not true. That's not true.
Yes, you did, motherfucker.
No, I did not.
Augustus, and in all fairness, and Augustus, listen, you could always rely on me to be reasonable and to tell you what's up. Okay, the impression that we all got based on the story they told was that he paid you for a painting and you go.
No, that's not true. That's not
No,
true. First of all,
Ping Jazzy into the room because Jazzy heard it say.
First of all, I never.
I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna bring her in here.
You can bring her in here.
Because again, you were saying the same thing to Jazzy, and even Jazzy told you to stop lying on her.
It's
There's
not
two parts of every
true.
story. I
You
believe
guys are just lying for no reason. Why
Google,
would you do
am I
that?
wrong?
That's not
Bro,
cool.
you're not wrong. He said, the way he told the story was that, like, Augustus completely, like, ghosted him.
That is not
Right?
true.
And no,
That is
yeah,
not
and then
true.
he never did the painting and never finished it. Either he never did the painting or never finished it. That's what he was
That's
saying.
not true.
And then he ghosted you.
Okay, for the record, there's been multiple people, for some reason, who had to interject themselves into the situation.
No, you inserted us into the situation.
I know, I never did.
Hold
That's
on.
not true.
Okay, I'll tell you how long ago this was. Diego, Lou, myself, Prince, and I believe it was Rabbi and Bobadilla were all in a room where he was bitching and moaning about this painting.
I was not bitching and moaning. That is
this was
not
when Diego.
true.
This was when Diego. Am I wrong? This was when
Wait,
Diego
David, did you never
and
get
Nora
the painting?
were openly speaking on this app. This is how long he has been carrying this lie.
That is not
Making
true.
Making it seem like you did some hood nigga shit.
There has been other people on this app who, for some reason, feel like they need to
made it
interject
seem
based on the
like
painting.
Adams and Good
okay,
Buddy, the
for
like
the-
each
for the-
other.
you know-
Their
you know-
stories align. Them two don't even get along.
MG, do you have
It's
Jazzy blocked?
crazy.
I'm getting ready to text her and tell her to come in here because I'm
yeah.
tired of the lying.
I do. But I mean, the point is, David, why don't
I don't know
you
why
just
why is everyone interjecting themselves into this situation? I mean, me and Augustus are fine. We're friends. I mean,
Bro, you hoped everybody.
Didn't you go to his wedding?
Yes, I did go to his wedding, yeah. And I don't, the painting is cool, but it doesn't matter to me. I mean, eventually, like, if Augustus wants to make me a painting, I love him even more for that.
You know how you know we're telling
But it doesn't matter to me.
You know how you know we're telling the truth? David Bobadilla is breaking character.
I mean, I remember after the wedding. I remember after the wedding, I went to the casino, blew a bunch of money. David Bobadilla was there.
That's probably true.
He probably could have got his $250 back then, but I mean,
Yeah, but I don't want anything from Augustus. Augustus is like he's my close friend, and I don't care about anything else. That's all.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't, because at the end of the day, you're the fool and the reason why this shit happened.
I just want the record to show. Like, I wasn't. I won't name names, but there was some other guy that brought up the painting.
Hold on. Excuse me. When you go and buy an asset like that, okay, the first thing that you should have done is you should have had him document, give you an invoice, and you should have sent that shit to the insurance company and made sure that it was, especially considering the fact that you guys do not live near each other and you knew that to depend on shipping to get your product from one point A to point B. The second thing is the fact that he took his time to make you a painting like that. Okay, and then you turn it around and you twist it on Clubhouse as though he did some hood nigga shit and did some services.
That is not
Hold on.
Can you please not say the word?
You prepaid for services that you did not receive. That is not what happened. Okay? What had happened was he made you to paint him. And Augustus, I want to ask you, how long from the time that you completed the painting and he was aware that the painting was done and till the time that you attempted to move the painting and the painting was damaged?
Augustus, you don't have to answer this.
How long was that, Augustus?
You don't have to answer that question.
I finished it in Old City. So, I moved to DC from Old City. I started it in South Philly. So it must have been, less than a year.
So he had several months and a reasonable amount of time from the time that he was notified that you had finished the painting for him to make arrangements to have the painting moved to where he is before the painting was damaged. Is that what you're telling me, Augustus?
I mean, that's what,
Well, but for a man of means like David, David talks some cash money shit. So I'm pretty sure that David could have put together a moving company in less than a year. Because it sounds like it was almost a year that you had told him that painting was ready and that it was up in your house before it was damaged. It was a year. Certainly, he could have moved the painting. The other thing, Augustus, is you should actually be invoicing him because a lot of people in your situation, when people's commissioned paintings are finished, a lot of those studios actually charge people storage space for a lot of their art that they do not come and pick up that they bought to avoid this specific thing. So at the end of the day, as a business person, I think that David actually owes you money.
That's fascinating. I mean, honestly, I consider David a dear friend.
You're a creator. You're not a storage unit. So when you're done with your painting in the future, Augustus, as a business person, when you're done with your painting to avoid the perception of somebody bashing your character like this, make sure that they have an understanding.
Never bash his character.
Make sure that they have an understanding that unless
it
is due to extenuating circumstances, you should have a standard delivery timeline. And you should have a storage fee incentive behind that for people making their own arrangements to ship their own shit. I don't.
Okay, I just want to put a pin in this. Let me just say, David, right? Like you're a good friend of mine, bro, and like I'm happy to make something worth $200.
You don't have to do anything for me, Augustus. You're my friend. It doesn't matter. The painting was never a big deal. For some reason, people on clubs, I'm not going to names, kept bringing up the painting. Like that wasn't the issue for me. I don't really care about the painting, to be honest with you.
Right. And I'm glad that we have some people here to hear you say that. But at the end of the day, I'm a man, and as a man, I'm willing to say, like, listen, bro, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. And I know what's going on is that there's certain people on the app that basically are looking for me to slip up because of what I've done.
Yeah, you got to ignore those people.
Yeah, I went from basically having, a psychological breakdown to having a psychological breakthrough on this app, right? And people were there and witnessed, when I tried to kill myself on this app. And had a
YouTube, I want you to know I'm a journalist. And no one is saying anything. This is about a journey of discovery.
And then finding God and getting my life in order and doing something with my life. So people are looking for, an excuse to see me slip back into my old ways. But I'm not going to let it get me down. And at the end of the day, it's a fucking $250 thing. If people are tripping over $250, they got to go back on food stamps, right? So, they can go get their government benefits from, Biden. We're in the Trump era. We don't do that around here where we're tripping over $250.
That's right.
I think more importantly, whenever you give money to anybody on the internet, you should just accept that the money that you've given to somebody on the internet is a gift that's been given to a friend, and let it go. If it didn't come with an invoice and a receipt, it's money that you gave to a friend, and maybe that friend gives you something, and maybe that friend gives you something, but it really doesn't matter.
We did ball out a few times, David and I, in real life. Like we're friends in real life, you know.
Yeah, we're definitely friends. Yeah, so like again,
David
like
is so
I know Clubhouse wants to make a bigger deal of it. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. $250 is $250.
I mean, I would give.
Like, why would you?
I know.
$250. I don't think you would ever trip over.
I would give Augustus $1,000 if he needed today. If Augustus texted me right now, said like, send me $1,000, I would send him $1,000.
I know.
I don't need a penny for that.
You're much more expensive.
I'm good now. Like I've got a lot of money now. I'm about to buy a house. Like I'm good right now.
Yeah. So
when we first met years ago, I was not in a good position where I was ready to buy a house. I was like barely able to get by. I wanted to kill myself. Like I hated my life, bro. Like I had a fucked up relationship. I had a fucked up lifestyle. I was just not in the right. I wasn't a man, right? I'm a man now, and as a man now, you know, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones and move past this situation. And say, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And, you know, if I could ever make up for it or send you money to make your life,
I don't need
I'm
anything.
happy to do that.
I don't need anything, Augustus. You know that.
I know you don't, but I just wanted to say that in front of people that might want to hear something like that come from me, because they might perceive me as somebody who's just a scammer. And
definitely not a scammer. Like, you know, all you have to do is like come to the IndyCar race in DC as my guest, and that's all that matters.
So Augustus, are you gonna be in Philly anytime soon? Because I'm coming there tomorrow.
No, I'm not actually, but
Sorry, my phone died.
King, you should come to the race in DC.
When is it?
August something.
August something? Yeah, I'll put that on my calendar. Hold on, I'm looking through to see something on my calendar. Right?
No, you can
Hold on.
just type in the IndyCar race in DC.
All right.
So I'm just gonna say this, Augustus. I'm glad that you and David squashed it.
There's nothing to be squashed. We're friends from the very beginning. It's you guys are the ones that are trying to drive away for some reason.
I'm glad that y'all squashed it.
We were always friends.
David, hear me clearly. Okay, you ever do this shit to me, I'm gonna come after your ass. Okay, because I don't like the way you played in his face like that.
I never did anything negative towards Augustus. I've never done anything negative towards Augustus.
Y'all can squash it, but the way that you moved in this situation,
you guys can make things up, but I've never done anything.
The way you moved in this situation, I'm looking at you sideways. Still cool with you, but I'm looking at you sideways.
If Joe Schmo is making things up in a room that never happened, I mean, that has nothing to do with
So now you're calling me a liar?
Augustus?
Wait,
So now you're calling me a liar.
What does Joe have to do with this? He's been sitting in bottom right for a while.
Well, but I just sent Brigham an email, and he's going to send me $1,000 for future service that I'm not going to provide.
Augustus?
Yeah,
$1,000.
I just want to tell you.
You're back. Serendipity, mop me up.
I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of you.
We all love Augustus.
I'm so proud of where you've been and where you've come.
Thank you.
And Augustus, I heard from someone I know in DC who works for Mike Lee. I'm not going to tell you here. I'll tell you later. But he was saying he knows you really well, and he was really proud of your support for Maha. So
nice.
Great. Yeah, I'm like the only Augustus in C, so
yeah.
Everybody's gotten to know me this year.
Yeah, and he says you're I think your wife, but he says the girl he's with is great.
Yeah, my wife is a beast. She had Secret Service pick her up today.
I spoke to her on the phone. You remember just after your wedding?
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
Sweet lady.
Yeah, she got picked up by the motorcade today. That was pretty exciting. First time.
Nice. So, King, when I was at the wedding, Augustus' wedding, and I met his family and her family. Like, everyone was so nice. Everyone was so
You got invited and I didn't get invited? I'm very upset.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. All good, dude.
But yeah, there was everyone was like top notch, like really good people. It's very rare. Like, I've been to many weddings, and there's a lot of people that I hate having conversations with. But this wedding, everyone was awesome.
Yeah, it was a big wedding for sure. I mean, it wasn't like a big wedding where I had like 300 people, but I had like close to 200 people. And I spent like a fortune on it. So I'm glad you came. I'm glad you had a good time. And I'm glad you got to meet my family. They're all good people. And my wife, she's amazing. She's next level, dude. So it's really cool you got to meet her. But yeah, no, like the stuff she's doing now is crazy. It's just next level, man. Like, I'm so proud of her. And, if I never had that breakdown and then find recovery and, like, get my life together, I would have never met her. And, yeah, she's Italian. We had, like, a big Italian wedding. It was a good time.
It's like what happened with Jesus, right? It's like the more you fall down, the more you can come back up.
Right.
Sometimes you have to.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, go to the depths.
I remember Augustus's
come out stronger.
First pitch to me about, hey, Naveen, I can make you shirts. I can make you shirts for your company. I was like, really? Yeah, I got that. I was like, all right, sure. And then I actually connected you, if you remember, to the guy who was ousted from the Republican Party in Long Island to make shirts for him. I don't know if that ever worked, but but I did connect you to him.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Nab. Thanks for the referral to a guy that never bought fucking t-shirts, you fucking shit.
We put this whole painting thing on ice for now.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why people on this app are trying to throw a wedge saying what about this? What about? It's like, dude, I did it because I wanted to do it. Augustus.
What happened? What is the issue?
There's no issue. There's absolutely no issue.
Here we go again.
I'm not going to figure
is that I scammed David out of money for painting.
Which he didn't.
Look,
he didn't scam me out of money.
Look, I'll tell you guys, whenever these issues happen, I always blame Ann, because Ann, is always there. So just get used to blaming Ann, okay? And you'll be good to go. But don't worry, okay? That's just the way to do it.
Now, tranny hooker that you shared with Randy.
Allegedly.
I sent you an email now so you could cash out me $1,000 for future service. I'm not going to.
You hear that? They sure to
Augustus actually met my family. We were at the Ritz-Carlton in Philadelphia, and he met my family.
Sorry to hear that.
It was very pertinent to name the hotel. So very classy, dude.
It was a sweet hotel.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
Yeah, but Augustus, you don't have to give me anything. Everyone, as much as they want to say, what about this, what about that? Your friendship is enough.
And David, if you need a Motel 6 points, I can spare some for you.
Augustus, I'm working on this NCIS bid, so if I win that, I'll be coming down to DC area often, so we'll definitely meet.
What agency is that with?
NCIS.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is it a TV show?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real agency.
Yeah. Who's involved in that?
Naval crime, and it's at Quantico. They're in Quantico, but you know. Seriously, they are. Check it out. NCIS Quantico, and you'll see.
I guess I believe you. I don't know.
Yeah, Google it. You'll see it. So they do a lot of, they do a lot of the investigative services, but it's not broken down the way the TV show does it.
King, we're losing.
Who?
USA.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, there's a few rooms they're talking about it live if anyone wants to go talk about the World Cup.
Is the red card guy?
Yeah, Trump
Guys,
called.
if we can handle a 60-second update.
Trump called the
45 minutes.
Trump called the president of FIFA, and they rescinded the red card, so he's playing.
Is he playing good?
Well, you mean
Same thing.
See, Jason?
Just wait.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Since David didn't take my Motel 6 points, do you want my Motel 6 points?
I do. I like Motel 6.
I mean, I have a bunch of Mario points. I have 1.6 million Mario points.
David has like a specific version of the Tourette syndrome where he like attempts to lord over his parents' money over to other people in a way that is like people who I know who have money who are classy would never do that kind of stuff. It's very odd. It's not your most becoming quality.
Rose.
Well, you know, what I do on here is not what I do in person, with all due respect.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in real life, you're worse.
Like the last time I went to, so I had a meet up with some friends at the bar at Tiffany's, and and we didn't talk about Clubhouse at all.
Oh my gosh.
And David, how come you didn't show up when we had the lunch?
Rico, why do y'all? What's it count?
The Polo Club.
Well, the Polo Club is hard to get into.
Took me a while to get that reservation. I'd eat by myself.
You have a lot to answer for.
I mean, I've been to the bar at the St. Regis, the King Cole Bar. That's where I go for taking out clients.
Oh my! Did you have to join a gang to go in there?
Which is right across the street from the Polo Bar.
He has what they call a pretentious tick.
So we need
Do you need to borrow $20? It's cool. If you pay back, great. If you can't, no problem. I won't bring it up.
That's right.
On a serious note, does anyone have $20?
Yes, I'll sell you.
Tell me also later. Thank you.
The best clubhouse sales story was Doc just sending like some random person $100 just because he was wasted.
Yeah.
He was like in the same mood that he's in when he just starts shooting guns randomly.
Bless him.
Speaking of which, has anyone seen him?
I've not seen. Somebody mentioned him earlier, and I think it was.
He's back. Going to he's in one of the rooms today.
No, it's okay.
He's back.
just knowing he's alive is enough for me. That's okay. I would be sad if he meant, a bad fate, but I'm good with just knowing that he has it.
Hello?
Edie,
Yeah,
have you watched it yet?
I'm about to play samples.
Okay, and you haven't taken any, sleeping medication, have you?
No. I will finish it tonight.
Liz didn't show up either, which is unlike her.
Really?
She's all Serendipity and I were just waiting for a while, and then we presumed the worst, and we were calling every hospital in Florida, God forbid anything happened to Edie if she wouldn't be with us, and then
I didn't think I got one text from you guys except the original. I'm gonna watch it.
and then Liz didn't. We both pinged Liz. We still haven't seen her. I don't know what happened. I guess whenever you do watch it and we talk about it, we'll see if she's around.
Yeah.
Did y'all actually talk about it? About what?
If you're talking to me, I'm carrying groceries inside right now. I'll be in
Okay.
a few minutes. But, no, I haven't talked about it with anyone, but I did, this time while he was watching it, I took notes and, sound and wanted to talk about it.
Thank God for my life.
Let's see. Corrective. Are you there? Oh, he's carrying groceries. That's, yeah.
Oh, well, have a good night, guys. I gotta get ready to go sleep early. Go to Philly in the morning.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Take care, guys.
Callie, what were you saying?
I just wanted to say I missed your game. I've been.
I can't wait for you guys to play it. I would play it tonight if people were down, but it's really significantly improved since the last version. I think I'm at the point where I don't have to like really try to strong arm everyone to play the desktop version, because I think mobile is a good experience now.
Oh wow! Yay.
And like the reconnection, disconnection issue should be solved, and so I really want people to play because I feel like I'm really
encourage like a third of the people that are women to leave your workforce and go home. You're opening up a lot of job opportunities and you're solving some problems. It's
or they just believe in the great replacement theory. You know, I think you're giving them a little too much credit. I think it's better explained by a great replacement theory.
No, I'm serious. Like you should look at how orchestrated these people are. They there's no organicness to the growth that woman has in her accounts and in her, like, she just appeared, and she appeared with this content, and she went from like having no money to having lots of money and having lots of support and having lots of followers. No, there's something going on there. It wasn't organic. She was too big too fast. That's all I'm saying.
Which woman?
Savannah Stone.
I don't know. I thought you were talking about just the federal government's like immigration policy broadly.
No, there's this group of women who have become huge, like they're on fire, for the traditional wife.
Are they Christians? Do they also come with religion? Because that could be like one of the motivating.
I don't know. I mean, she does, I think, but it's not real religion. It's that stuff like what Donald Trump has. It's not real Christianity. Oh, it's that politicized.
You said Turning Point. Like, was that the Charlie Kirk thing?
Yeah, it was the Charlie Kirk conference that they asked her to speak at that thing, but that's how she hit my radar, is because they hosted that in Texas, in San Antonio, actually. So that's how it hit.
Dude, how old is she? Like 12 years old?
Did you see the girl? Oh gosh, I
did. She's like 12 years. What are these Insta freaking twerkers? I don't know. You just told me. I looked. She looks like one of these Insta twerkers.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. too rich, too quick is right. With a fucking fake blue lenses. And lots of Korean glaze on makeup, like bougie. I live with so much plastic around me. It's like my world is the Barbie girl world. And Savannah is just one such product of it.
Yes. I'm a Barbie girl.
In a Barbie world. Wrapped in plastic. It's plastic. Oh, fuck. Who is this chick, bro? Who is she to come and like talk about do not vote, do not freaking work, as if she's worked a day in her life?
Oh, you have to listen to her justification for it. She says that the femininity of women is attacked by voting. And she says that men are the natural leaders, and that, the feminine energy has, I don't know, it's all this weird, like, this crap is not something that's Christian. It's totally not Christian. It's like some kind of bastardized Middle Eastern.
Well, it kind of is Christian, because
that's what Abby was saying today.
The man's the head of the household, the head of the snake, and the woman's the body. So yeah, it is Christian based.
I don't know. I don't believe it.
It's kind of dumb though. I mean, I don't know how many men I've met, like they don't have like an ounce of like leadership quality in them at all. It's just like fucking morons. And it seems like me that there's more of them than there are on the women's side. Also, Emma, I was curious, does were you in Andrew's room? Was it yesterday? And we were like talking with Layla about what love is, and was that also? And I have a question about that. Is that also Andrew's position, or does he have like a?
I don't know. I didn't hear Andrew voice his opinion on that the position.
I mean, like the first, like when you were talking about the first time you went into his room, you were having the convo with Andrew about that. Was it the same or?
Well, there was a Muslim guy in there, and they were attacking him. And I said something, and then Andrew somehow they got on this, and they said, "Well, God is love." They said that whole phrase, and that's like my kryptonite. I like hate when people say that stuff. And I was just like, no, I don't agree with that at all. And then, Andrew proceeded to pepper me with like a bunch of scriptures, and I was like, but Andrew, that's talking about like a sacrificial kind of love. I was trying to explain to him, it's not like the human love. Like people conflate these ideas, but they're not realizing that the text was written about specific things. It's the same way I feel when people like try to apply the theory of relativity to psychology. Like it's a physics problem. It's not meant for that. Like I understand that this kind of can be applied in other ways, but that's not how it was meant to be. And like if you want to make that connection on your own separately and write a paper about it and get it published, that's fine. But don't give that to someone else. Don't attribute that application to another person, especially not God, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, that's the thing about religion, though. Like, you can literally just interpret it any way you want. Everyone has a different interpretation of it, and no one can actually say that the way they interpret it is definitively wrong. So it's always going to be that way.
Oh, maybe it's always going to be that way. But like, I just feel like that sometimes we're definitely like changing what things are meaning. But maybe that's the nature of why God did it the way he did it, so that could be done. Maybe it's kind of like the Constitution, so that as time goes on it is useful. I don't know. I haven't gotten there to ask him yet. It's one of the things on the list of things.
So they get more worshipers.
What?
So they get more worshipers. Like if I kind of make it open ended, then I can get more worshipers, get more followers. A lot of things. If you look at other religions, especially the ones preceding Christianity, even the polytheistic ones, they're kind of cut and dry on what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty very just straightforward. And the thing about Christianity is you could just throw it up to interpretation. So that means that it's more open to a lot of people because people can just perceive it a certain way to make themselves feel better. Yeah. Like if people actually took the Bible for what it is, very cut and dry, there wouldn't be a lot of Christians. A lot of people would be condemned for having kids out of wedlock. All the gays would be dead. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of gay people in church. There are very things that if you just look at the Bible for what it is in layman's terms that lay out very clear, concise ideologies for how God views certain things. Homosexuality is an abomination. They should be stoned. But they're not. And they worship God. And then somebody will come out of the woodworks and say, oh, well, you interpreted that verse wrong. And then because the Christianity needs more followers, right, because you can never have too many followers, somebody in the back of the room will say, yeah, I agree with you, yeah. Guess what? We just gained another follower. So that's how that is, you know what I'm saying? If you look at maybe Islam or something like that, those religions are a little bit more cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? If you're gay, you're getting stoned publicly. You know what I'm saying? So because those religions are a little bit more cut and dry, that's probably why they're looked at a little bit more harshly, and they don't have as many followers as Christianity. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's all about marketability, to be honest with you. Religion is just marketability. And the reason Christianity has done fared better than most religions is because it's more marketable, because you can really skew it any way you want to sell it to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means but when an answer becomes, I'm sorry, when something becomes the answer for literally everything, then right away you should take that as a red flag. Like this is already sus. There's this is like a clue is telling you that this is not true.
So what's the topic about? Racism in USA and patriotism? What's up?
Who's that?
I'm just trying to respond to the topic. I was trying to see what exactly is it referring to.
It's kind of old. I think that's
That was when we got in here. I don't know what we're really talking about. I came in and I was chatting with my friends, but I don't know. We can talk about any of those things. They're all good topics. Do you think that patriotism is used as an excuse to hide racism? Anybody?
I mean, if we don't push back against like the shit that comes out of MAGA's mouth, then yeah, patriotism, American patriotism, just is racism. So, I mean, if we just let them say it, we don't push back. That's what it is.
I think people on the left and people on the right have very different ideas of what patriotism is. I think people that's more towards the left tend to believe that like correcting oneself or trying to make their country fairer to a larger group of people is somewhat patriotic.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's one young lady on here. She's Jewish, and she's very upset with like what the IDF does and a variety of other things that some things that is that are going on in Israel that she's very much against, and then her sort of stance is that the way she feels is that self-correction or trying to make things better for everyone is a form of patriotism. But she gets a lot of slack from other people that call her, quote unquote, self-hating Jew or something like this. So, and they view people and the people on the right see her point of view as, shameful and not cool, right? So it depends how you view patriotism.
I think patriotism just means that like you love your country, and but like where it gets weird is it depends on what you think your country is. If you think your country is racism, then patriotism means racism.
I think where Matt is right is Matthew's right is where you say the idea that one wants to improve their country, or one, like that could be seen as patriotic. But the bigger point to which you're right is that's interpreted differently on the right and the left. The right has a knee-jerk reaction that we know is sort of the red meat patriotism, like any kind of I want to improve my country with criticism is looked at as, well, leave your damn country then if you don't like it. Go back to wherever you're from. That kind of like white redneck racism.
They don't think that they think that everything should go back to the way it was. They feel like there was a perfect state that was once right. Trying to far way back to that.
Right. Like wanting to improve your country is a very patriotic act, and I'm very left. So I would say that's very much like what you would do as a patriot, right? You would call out injustices, and you would say, because I care about the country I live in, I want this to improve. Right? Not because I think the country sucks, entirely. Granted, make no mistake, there are large parts of our country that do suck, but that doesn't mean you hate the country and that you're not a patriot because you want to, but patriotism from the right is largely, I want to wave my flag and tell everyone to go back to their country, with this very thin veiled racism of that gets thrown in.
No. I think that identifying with your country is a good thing because it makes you feel responsible for what they do. It makes you feel like you have some degree of obligation to make it better, like you're saying. But I think that when it becomes a symbol of like something that is dark inside of us, like with the hatred or just manifesting like all the fears that people have about the future and all the anger that people have about like previous generations that maybe misused resources and things like that. I feel like that when it becomes like a magnifying glass for this sort of feeling and sentiment, it's quite toxic. And so it's hard to sort out. Like I saw that on the 4th of July myself. I was down about some of the ways that so I watched this one video about some stuff that was going on right before it. And I ran into people that were being really negative when they were shooting off their fireworks and stuff like that. And I just I don't know. I think that sometimes when you love your country, you have to say, okay, I love my country, but I hate this. I hate what's happening right now with like the obvious corruption that we have with the president and the trades that were made around his policy announcements. I don't know if you guys saw that. Did y'all hear about that stuff? How many trades he made and how much money was made? Yeah.
It's hard to keep track. It's just so frequent.
Yeah,
and so many other things going on. I mean, about a month ago, they seemed to be like every other day. Or 2 months ago.
Well, they were supposed to have these people that watch like the trades and stuff. They're trying to change that. They're trying to change some SEC regulations right now. It's just like.
But it's hard when you get rid of the person the day before and then you make the transactions. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're supposed to have 5 people on that committee at all times. And 3 of them only 3 can be from the same party. It's supposed to be. That's a requirement that was written into it.
Which means a no 4-1, a no 5-0, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yes. It's rough. It's rough right now. There's so much.
It's hard out here for people.
Oh, believe me, it could be a hell of a lot worse. It's
well, it can always be a lot worse.
Yeah. It's
all relative compared to where it was.
Yeah, exactly.
How is it?
I mean, I love history, and human beings are completely insane. They'll see things. I remember one of the first books, like, ever remembering in my life, reading. It was like, oh man, my dad was absolutely obsessed with the horrors and the bad things that human beings do to each other, right? So he had shelves and shelves of books like World War II. He was kind of obsessed with the Nazis, and not saying he agreed with them, nothing like that. He was just like look at these great, look at what human beings can do, right?
Yeah, like how did it happen, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's humans are done in groups,
I think that wedding picture of Andrew is
Nargis, you're breaking my heart, you know that?
And
Nargis, but I think it was well done.
I just wanted to see if Andrew is gay or not. Because he is. He has not reacted
I think he may be
in any way or negative.
Was that your daughter going, wait in the back?
Yeah.
I've heard him say enough things that I would say he's not.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's married yet, though.
I always kind of assumed he was, but
He had
maybe
sex
wait.
once and he regretted it.
Well, that could still mean you're married. I mean, that's part of the course of being married.
He hasn't said he's married. I don't think
That
he's
sounds
married,
very married.
or much less. That sounded very married.
That sounds like the description of being married. Doesn't it? It's pretty good. Once, twice, it's a low single-digit number count, something like that.
I regret it.
I don't think he's ever been married.
I think he regretted it because it was a sex out of wedlock, and that's a sin.
Terrible.
And he's
That is
worried
terrible.
he's going to burn in hell forever.
I feel bad for him.
Can I get an amen, folks, ladies and gentlemen? Do you need guidance in your life? You need to follow Jesus. Come on.
What did you say, Michelle?
I said hallelujah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what song I came across recently? I think it's just so brilliant, man.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
That song is so good.
Do you know the hook by Blues Traveler?
Oh, yeah, that's a great song, dude.
So yeah, it's
know
really
Anything by
it's
Blues Traveler.
really interesting because the hook, the lyrics of the hook, it says basically, hey, listener, you have to look up these lyrics, maybe I'll throw them down there. But it says, hey, listener, look, I'm gonna fuck with your head. This song doesn't mean anything at all.
Because the hook brings you back.
Yeah,
I'm telling you no lie, the hook brings you back.
Yeah, and he says, I'm not saying anything at all in the song, but how I say it makes you feel emotional. And then you're going to wait for the hook, and the hook's going to make you feel this way. And look, here comes the hook, and it draws attention to itself. And it says,
that
look.
fast rap, suck it in, rin tin tin, bitty bitty bean bomb, bean bean.
Oh, yeah. He's a great, that singer is amazing.
It's so PC, it's killing me.
Yeah, and it's like, so you're grabbed emotionally by the song, and he's like, look, I'm just fucking with your head here. And I'm using, these chord progressions to make you feel this way. And it's like almost like a magician that's showing you the magic trick. And he's like, look, no matter how many times I show this to you and I explain it to you, you're still going to be surprised, right? And he shows it to you.
And
I was thinking, like,
leads you to Jesus and no sex before marriage.
No, and then so, like, how we have this, everybody says, oh, the TV's, like, brainwashing, it's brain gut, and we know it's, like, it's all, it's all propaganda, right? But at the same time, it's propaganda, but it's still, not everybody, but it's still affecting our brains, even though we know it's shit. I don't know, I'll drop it down to the bottom. It's an amazing song, yeah.
Any good drug, I mean, it's bad for you. It's like people do it, those alcohol, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's fascinating because it's just like, look, here, I'm going to take control of your brain. This is how I'm going to do it. I'll explain to you how I do it, and I'm still going to get you.
Hey, bro, don't blame the weed.
I was just going to say, man, that's what makes me better than all y'all. I haven't done any of that mischief.
Stop your virtue signal there. Stop your virtue signal.
Oh, it's more than virtue signal. It's my general judgment of you all. It's a whole step beyond virtue signal. I am virtuous. That's not virtual signal. That's just telling you.
Oh, bro.
Y'all have no restraint, and I do at all times. Yeah, it's okay. You're not designed to be this good.
Designed? We're designed. Created.
Is that Morpheus? One could never be this.
I definitely do virtue signal.
I virtue state.
Oh, Rashad.
In the military, I often look at and I think it's just like being on Clubhouse. It may if that's the only thing from I never let Clubhouse affect my personal life. But when I hear people talking Clubhouse, I often And it's just from like I've been in the military for 15 years, so I like look at sometimes Americans like you're so pathetic. Like I just be like irritated, like because they'll say certain things or like, and I'll be like, yo, you can only say that because you live in America, or you only think that because you live in America. And then like people will be so high and mighty, and I'll be like, you're such a fucking hypocrite. And I feel like there a lot of the ideals I think we have in America are because you live in America. We have this. The world is just black and white. They're bad in the bad. When it's like no, it's actually just a lot of gray. There's so much in between that is based on perspective. And it's never based on, it's just clear good and bad. It's all based on perspective. And the idea of being good and bad from an international perspective is entirely subjective. So like, so that's why sometimes like, I mean, I feel like I always go in the rooms now about science, because a lot of times in the rooms where we talk like political opinions, I just be like, yo, it's just so, I'll be virtually sickly like a motherfucker. I know for a fact, because my wife even tells me. She like, you sound like you just hate all of it.
I don't think it's virtue signaling, but it's generally like exactly what you think. Like, if you think things are fucked up, you can say it. For me, virtue signaling is like saying I don't know, it's a form of like super hypocrisy, right? That's like virtue signaling. I don't know.
Like, but to me, like virtue, like the things that like irritate me is like people complain about American war, but then at the same time we'll complain about gas prices. But and then like the thing is they'll try to present themselves with this America's this horrible country, da da da, and it's like, bro, how do you think gas prices are so affordable? How do you think that happens? It's about exploiting other countries. Every country has did it. If it wasn't America, it'd be China or Russia. There's always a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And every country does it. Every country tries to exploit another country. Entire international politics is how hard can I fuck you over?
We don't believe it. And like, for people that will say, like, just to put it out there, I mean, as somebody who votes Democrat all the time, I've never been a Biden fan. Biden's sort of blatant disregard for all things that were like any Middle Eastern leader at any given time. It's just like, yeah, they can die. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we'll just go in and kill them. Like, we'll go in and take their oil, do it again. Like, that basically was the policy, right? It was just always like, yeah, we'll just go do this execution thing. I mean, and, you know, Obama had to do some of that too, and that was kind of, you know, you look at the Gaddafi stuff, it's like, okay, we kind of gave you weapons, and then we kind of blamed you for having weapons, and I'm like, you gotta die now. And, is there any oil to grab in the meantime? It's like, it's just kind of how we do business. Like, and before the pushback, so sort of Israel Palestine stuff, you know, you had Kamala Harris up there talking like, oh yeah, no, just Israel or die, like whatever we can do. And it's, you know, now it's just tone shifts. I just see real recently, you know, a little bit of self-correction on that, but it's like, it's kind of, you know, I was just listening to a little bit of commentary in the last couple of days about it. It's like, that's kind of what you inherited, jumping in on the seats of what the Democratic regime has done for a while. To your point, it's very gray perceptions of what's good and bad. It's just like, well, these are the bad guys this week, and we're just going to go kill them. Like, that's what we do. And at the meantime, you'd see, like, Obama would come off a beautiful speech, like the one they did in Cairo about years back. And then, like, the same day or the next day, it's like, sorry about that little execution that just happened. You know, we just had to go get the bad guys. It's like back to business as usual, where we grab some more oil to keep these prices low so I can get reelected, kind of thing. Just how we do it.
Yeah, but I think the thing about Obama is he just, like, put a pillow under it. Like, yo, these people are bad, like, so, and that's what I'm saying, it's subjective. You can be bad guys to America, but from an international perspective, you may not be bad guys to another place. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Gaddafi, they were loving him. Gaddafi was loved for, you know, by the time we went and executed, they were looking at him as like a liberator for, you know, comparatively. And it was just like, things changed very rapidly.
Hello? I'm producing a new movie called Hello. It's by Big Back Production Incorporated, produced by Dr. Adams. It's a tale about a girl with a big back who kept saying hello. She wouldn't accept no for an answer, so she kept saying hello.
You used to be more creative. This is like the ChatGPT version of John Kitover.
That's true. I could create an actual paragraph around my movie. Hello. Augustus created an infographic one day called Hello. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's genius.
Trump's going to Turkey to try to stop Ukraine and Russia, saying Putin's on the ropes.
Susan.
And Luzinski wants peace. Next is the Charlie Kirk case, and the defense had one more sleeve. I gotta hear this.
Hello?
Monica's here. Monica.
Hello? A curious girl named Jazzy wandered the bustling streets of Clown House each morning, her bright eyes scanning the faces of strangers as if searching for a hidden puzzle. Whenever anyone approached with a question on Clown House, be it a simple greeting or a request for directions, she would tilt her head slightly, flash a mischievous smile, and respond with the same two words in an unwavering rhythm. Hello? Hello? It wasn't rudeness or confusion that drove her. Rather, it was her quiet rebellion against the world's expectations, a playful code that invited deeper conversations or left others bewildered. Over time, her peculiar habit drew a small circle of intrigued followers, turning ordinary encounters into enigmatic exchanges that lingered long after she waved goodbye and vanished around the next street corner on Clown House. Hello?
Actually, it would be cool to like make a custom GPT and have it only train on John Kitover's YouTube videos.
Well, there's great news. Graham Plattner has officially ended his campaign after a female caller let everyone know that he raped her.
Did he? Because the top headline on the New York Times says calls mount for Plattner to end campaign.
Yeah, like major Democrats are denouncing and pulling their endorsements and saying he should not be in the party.
So Susan Collins is going to be the winner.
Susan takes it again. She's got 10 lives.
But she's not a true Republican.
It doesn't matter as long as this guy's not in, because he's a fucking, piece of shit. And he's got Nazi tattoos and he rapes women and sexually, I don't know, whatever his communication was on Reddit. But either way, he's gone. He's done. This killed his campaign. He's done. I mean, he raped a woman. Raped her.
JC kids don't care.
Bernie Sanders has pulled his endorsement. We were going to transform this country until I decided to endorse a rapist like Graham Plattner, a known neo-Nazi. Oh, Bernie Sanders can't even shave his face anymore without cutting it. The pickle farmer.
You agree with me, Free Palestine?
Free Palestine! Arabi kef halek habibi.
Habibi, brother, how are you doing? Good?
Everything is good, brother. I saw Palestine is going digital because they'll never have a country. They've decided to create an online digital country. And it's so exciting. Oh, Yasmin is here. Hello, Yasmin. Bird honks.
What's up?
Hello, Habibti Yasmin.
What's up? How are you?
What's up? How are you doing?
Hey, Yasmin. Hey, what's going on?
Villain 24.
Yasmin, can you unblock me on Snapchat, please? Thank you.
I cannot, unfortunately, at this time, but maybe you could try again at a later date.
No more Snapchat for you, my friend.
Yeah, I gotta start limiting Clubhouse people, because every time I open an app on my phone, it's like I see the same people over and over again.
Same people, same face, huh? Over and over again. These people. These people. That's right.
Out of here. Kill Katie.
Really annoys derisive. I hope you
No, I appreciate it. Because those like their own opinions are just like, retarded top of comments and little sense of else and there's regurgitating names and thinking these things out smart.
I love regurgitating.
And I also love thinking less outsmart.
Pause.
No, nobody's perfect, but you're really better.
I'm not even up to date on this Blattner business, besides hearing that he raped a woman now and he had a Nazi tattoo.
You don't have to be. It's a clubhouse. It's, like some random headline appears out of nowhere and it's supposed to be an expert. Nobody really
Isn't it in, like, a pretty solidly blue, moderate area? Is it me? I don't know. If they wanna elect a Nazi rapist, I think that it's time for the Democrats to be allowed to elect Nazi rapists because we allow it in Florida all the time.
Right? They said themselves. It's no matter who. Right?
The fuck out of here. Kill Katie simply for the fucking faggot liar.
I just appreciate that being a Nazi is no longer a bipartisan issue. You know, everybody
checks the guns and shit the negotiations.
Nobody has a monopoly on being a rapist. Nobody has a monopoly on being a Nazi. We can all be Nazis and rapists. That's the beautiful thing about this country.
We have the skinhead.
You know, I don't like the way that my head looks shaved, but if other people want to do that, more power to them. No, the game hasn't happened.
I just gotta say that Clubhouse proves that people are gluttons for wasting time and repeating themselves as if they don't even know that they have said the same fucking thing 1,000 fucking times. What's wrong with people? Did they get kicked by a horse in the head? Hello?
I multitask, but I see what you're saying. There's a lot of repetition. Not in here. There's a lot of repetition.
Well, the God debate rooms are so repetitious and crazy that clearly the people who repeat themselves in those rooms never got the message about the good news. And so the problem really is books. I try to read a book every morning, and even if I don't have the comprehension or gain the knowledge, just reading out loud is like going to the gym. you're running a script through your brain. But when you come on Clown House and you just repeat the same old stupid opinions over and over and over and over, there's something wrong with you. You got nothing to do.
You read it out loud when you're by yourself?
Yeah, I read and I put it on YouTube, and so I'm killing two birds with one stone.
You sound kind of like a talk show host in Grand Theft Auto. Like when you're driving a car, listen to the different radio stations, and you get to the talk show stations. 100%. I was just playing that today, and one of the talk shows came up, and they were talking about legalizing cocaine or something. But the voice, I was like, is that him? It actually is one of the things that brought me on Clubhouse today.
It's funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
So obviously you're excited for the new one.
Very. I pre-ordered.
I'm not, just in case they decide to release a disc version, which is possible. I'll get it anyway, but
I'm just a boy, and I want to play my game. So. Hello, Beth. Hello, Rico. Shalom, Goyim. I'm like Goy-ish.
I mean, I was in a room.
Jewish, and the average American who claims to be Native American is Native American.
Well, you know, there's a lot of Jews that don't read books, but yet they claim they're Jewish. There's a lot of Jews that say they're atheists, but they're still Jews, and they don't believe in God. It's like, oh, really? Well, you've negated your Judaism by saying there is no God. Your whole existence is dependent upon this one God concept. But you want to play your little game and say, I'm an elite intellectual. There's no such thing as an invisible sky god. But there's also these things called books that you don't read and you don't understand the analogies, the metaphors. And it's not all literal. It's psychological.
I read books. I like to read books, but I also enjoy being the genre of atheist who's not a Reddit atheist.
Just so you all know, too, I'm Jewish. People from Clubhouse University told me that. I'm white and I'm Jewish. So I'm just rolling with it. I told them that when I was church, I don't think I can come here anymore because apparently I'm a Jew.
You know, I don't know if they make Jews with your accent, Beth. Maybe they do.
Maybe I'm a little, might be, who knows? I don't know. Somebody told me that on here, that I was Jewish, and I was...
Ready for what? 3, 2...
So I said, do you have insight as to whether or not they make Jews with your accent?
I was trying to think if I've ever met a Jew with like a very southern accent. There's certainly Jews in the South, but I don't know about that.
Yes. Well, I know of a few who have southern accents, but most of them have Texan accents.
I'm gonna wear the...
Like, there was a gubernatorial candidate when I was
on television.
a minor.
Call and an application.
I think he ran on the Libertarian Party, and
I'm gonna be a contestant.
his surname was Friedman. I think he went by Kinky,
but you'll see
was what he went by.
when you see your mother in
And he was an old Jewish
What is the big deal
outlaw
about being on
rock,
television?
outlaw
Those dudes are taking
country
a kill you
kind
before you
of
even get on, for Christ's
artist,
sake.
and he ran on the Libertarian ticket, if I recall correctly.
Did you see who had the best seat? I'm somebody now. Not to mention that my last name, which my name is my real name. I mean, this is my married name. But it's very German. So.
But there are a lot of Jewish surnames that are very German.
I am very white, and I guess I'm Jewish because my best friend's Jewish. So I guess so. I just roll it.
Beth, have you ever had Manischewitz? I guess not. Have you had Well, it doesn't sound like you know what Manischewitz is, even though you're supposedly extremely white and Jewish. Manischewitz is a non-alcoholic wine. You might want to try the non-alcoholic version. It could do wonders for you.
Manischewitz, they also do square matzo and soups and other holiday foods, no?
I mean, I'm interested. I am in bed watching a movie, but no, my friend, she never has even given me any Jewish food, so I'm kind of lost in the world.
Respectfully to the Jews, I don't think that you're missing out too much.
It's a lot of work being an Orthodox Jew. You have any idea how much work you got to put for? It's like your whole life is just doing stuff. You can never not do nothing.
You're right, if I'm wrong. Beth, I would like for you to try gefilte fish.
Well, that's gross, but I was gonna say Jewish food. Go find a kosher restaurant near you, Beth. I'm sure the food's great.
I heard fish, and I don't eat. I'm not sure what you're trying to get.
You're not a fan of fish.
Potato pancakes is good.
Gefilte fish, it's an Ashkenazi delicacy.
Have you had chopped liver?
I don't know. No. I picked up my best friend's daughter from Hebrew school. We go to Chick-fil-A. I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
It's crazy how much, if you get just if you just get the chicken salad at Chick-fil-A, the bag they give you with all the plastic, you're like, holy shit, I'm going to destroy the world with a chicken salad.
I always get just a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. In fact, I think I'm going to do that this evening. Thank you for the idea, Beth.
So this little shit, she leaves there from Rabbi. Well, I think Jeff pulled it up one time. He's not actually a rabbi yet. He's a rabbi in training. But she'll leave and be like, Auntie Beth is taking Chick-fil-A. We're going to get bacon on the chicken. And I'm like, you little fucktard. Get on the golf cart. Be quiet. Yeah. She's not a very good Jew. I had to say it.
But Beth, you're Jewish, and you're extremely white. It's up to you to save the Jewish race, Beth.
No, my best friend's little kid. She is dual citizenship. She has citizenship in Israel and America. Out of all how many kids are there? Yeah, she's the youngest of four. But she's a brat, man. She battles up against Hebrew school. She doesn't like going there. She's like, only when they have like that little, during the summer, they'll do like the swimming stuff and That's the only time she likes to go there.
Well, we've had a lot of rain in Chicago over the past couple of days, and for 50 years, the city of Chicago has dug a giant reservoir underground tunnel system to prevent flooding. But guess what? The liberal progressive Democrats refuse to use it because they don't want the spill off into the river and all the pollution with the wastewater. So guess what? They flood your homes and destroy your house for the sake to be environmentalists. Hello?
Belgium's winning 3-1 now.
The guy that I ran against in Congress, he's like a huge FIFA soccer fan, and he's like a congressional delegate or something to FIFA. And I just keep commenting, no one gives a fuck about soccer. We care about our property taxes and our income taxes. Do you ever talk about those things? Or is everything just feel-good propaganda? Hello?
I mean, I can't stand soccer. I think it's one of the most boring sports in the world. But I'll have to tell you, it has brought a ton of money into the United States. And if we're going to up some of our companies and restaurants that probably couldn't have survived after COVID, cool, bring it here. I'll watch it. Turn on every TV, your 19 TVs in your restaurant, and it draws in people. Go for it. That's the way I feel about it. I don't even like to look at it, but it's making people money.
But at what expense, Beth? What's the return on investment? Because guess what? Congress appropriated $625 million to throw a fucking soccer match? The country's $200 trillion in debt? What's another billion for fucking soccer? Hello? Additionally, $250 million in counter unmanned aircraft systems to prevent terrorist drone attacks, and $100 million from the Department of Transportation for public transit enhancement in host cities. So we actually spent $1 billion fucking hosting a soccer match. Was that a good return on investment for the little restaurants that survived COVID, Beth?
What I watched this weekend, and I spent time with Clubhouse Meetup, these people came into the United States to watch their countries play soccer, and then they also spent more money to let their little guys go play baseball up against Americans. And I'm watching money move quicker than anybody can see. I was like, holy shit. I mean, these people are not coming here with no money in their pockets. They have spent a ton of money.
Well, I'm 43 years old. I don't know how old you are, but I have to say we are watching civilizational collapse in America. The country's completely broke. Every state and every city is completely broke. But here we are, spending $1 billion on soccer as if we're never going to stop spending and we're never going to pay down the debt. Say goodbye to America.
That's so negative.
It's accurate.
The question being,
It's accurate.
were you able to afford to put some food in your belly today? That's the question.
That's a question. Has nothing to do with our national debt. Has nothing to do with our trillion, 1.2 or 100 billion a month in interest expense that we pay, and now foreign interest expense recipients are at an all-time high. The country's being sucked dry by international parasites. We can't get our spending in order because as soon as the Democrats come back to power, they'll just blow the deficit up even more. We need real change in this country. We can't keep living like this. It's madness. I don't know. You tell me. How do you feel when the spirit gets sucked right out of you? Do you feel good?
He's speaking, yeah.
Can you confirm that, Derisive?
What? I mean, I'm very political, and I am very right-wing, conservative, but some of the nonsense that gets talked on this app, how does that actually affect your livelihood? I want to hear the truth, because honestly, if you're able to drive your car on a paved road and pay your taxes, have a home, how is all this nonsense affecting you? Let the people that are way above all of our pay grades deal with it.
Yeah, I can share a little bit. I have to sometimes remove myself from the app and heavy discussions, especially about politics and stuff, because it is over my pay grade. I think there's a healthy way for us to read the news and express our views, but I think it gets to a point where we're just saying the camel chewing the chewed. You know, like you're just cutting your tongue up. There's blood in it. You think it's like, wow. Let's say like, oh, we're drinking something good, but it's actually just cutting your own mouth up. It really is disturbing.
Thank you for that word salad.
I get it though. I've deactivated twice in the last 3 days. I come right back though. But yeah, I get it. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, you did. I feel bad for Beth. She's really nice, very sweet.
Did she leave? Why did she leave?
Because nobody was laughing at her jokes.
No, they were jokes. That's just too serious.
I'm guessing she needed a disco nap.
A what?
A disco nap.
Disco. I've never heard of that before.
You haven't? It's like when you were like partying in the morning and then you take a nap in the middle of the day so that you can party again at night.
No, I love it.
It's 10 o'clock at night.
Are y'all nappers? Because I'm not at all. I can't take naps.
I can nap once in a while.
I wish I could. I really wish I could, because my mom could do it like clockwork every day. She'd be good to go for the whole evening afterward.
My mother would only do them on the weekends, but like she would take her nap at like noon.
For how long? Like an hour?
Sometimes 2 or 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, do you plan on doing anything productive today? Like feeding kids or walking your dog? Nope.
I got a question for you, Florida man. If you were the president of the United States of America, what would your top 3 priorities be for we the people?
Removing dark money from politics, changing voting laws, and universalizing laws of taking somebody's life and justifications for doing so into the U.S. Penal Code. What would yours be?
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Did you say 3 priorities or just 1 priority?
One would be removing dark money from politics. 2 would be changing voting laws to allow for like ranked choice voting. And 3 would be federalizing, universalizing whatever the laws are regarding taking somebody's life and the legal defenses for doing so.
Did you like not take English in college or high school because it's not very like clear or succinct or definitive or specific? It's kind of like an alphabet soup. Like, did you eat Cheerios and SpaghettiOs growing up? Hello?
Hello? No. Did you not understand what I said? Because that sounds like a you problem.
Hey, I used to eat Cheerios with bananas in it all the time. What's wrong with Cheerios and bananas?
I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's very healthy.
Well, I think Hannah and I are not so far off. So we grew up where like it was okay to like feed children and shit. And so, and were you a regular Cheerios or a Honey Nut Cheerios?
Regular.
Okay, I would change it up.
Well, back to what your 3 priorities are. 1 is get certain types of money out of our elections, money that you don't like. And 2, it was, I don't even know. And the 3rd one was something about universal, like, abortion. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Florida, it was not succinct. It wasn't definitive or clear.
You weren't listening. You were expecting, like, cookie cutter kind of answers, and you didn't get what you were expecting, so you lost interest and stopped listening.
Well, what I'm saying is people won't vote for you based on the 3 stupid priorities that you have, because that's really shitty leadership with your stupid choices there. It does not serve we the people. Have you heard about cutting taxes, income taxes, cutting property taxes significantly? Those are the things that people live and die by and care about, not your 3 horrible priorities.
You were expecting me to talk about. Do you know what ranked choice voting is?
No, I don't. I do not know what ranked choice voting is. Go ahead and explain it to me. Thank you.
It's not my job to educate you, Ryan. It's my job to answer your questions.
He knows what it is.
I know he knows what it is.
I do not know what ranked choice voting is. I'm going to have to Google it.
You're saying he's not retarded. He may not be retarded, but he's not stupid.
He may be retarded, but he's not stupid.
I often tell people I am retarded.
I know you do.
I know. Louis knows that you're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Ranked choice voting would be a net win for democracy.
Exactly.
It would be good. You don't want democracy? What type of voting?
They don't. They think that liberalism is bad. Democracy is bad because the Democrats define that word.
It's classical liberalism, though.
Yeah, the democracy is, I think it's a good thing, but I think it's important that it's not only like
select people voting. Like if we vote like the entire like neighborhood.
But ranked choice voting eliminates the two-party system issue that everybody hates in this country. The right and the left hate.
I was just at a little like mini gay pride festival, and they are trying to get ranked choice voting passed in Michigan, and they had a table set up. They had a table set up for it, and I went and talked to them because I really only have a very cursory understanding of this, and it sounds like a good idea because I really wish there were more substantive ways to dismantle the two-party system. Although I'm suspect of it because it's advertised as being a nonpartisan issue. It's clearly not because it's
a bipartisan issue.
It is.
It's clearly not. It's clearly like the progressive types who are pushing for this. And when I went there and sort of asked...
With the academics, not necessarily exclusively progressives, although definitely weighed in.
From my view. So I go there and I talk to them. They're explaining the specifics to me. Again, it sounds good, but I'm always so weary when people present a political issue as nonpartisan or bipartisan, whatever. But like clearly it is, and they seem to have as a rehearsed talking point. At least 3 of them, I was talking to a few of them at various times. At least 3 of them specifically said verbatim, "Well, Zoran Mamdani, would have never gotten in if it weren't for ranked choice voting." And I said to one of them, I said, "Do you think this is a selling point to me?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Do you think I'm for communist revolution?" And they're like, well, the people of New York clearly are. And I'm like, okay.
You're gonna get that from the gays whenever the gays are talking about it. But it is in fact a step towards founders' intent. The two-party system as it exists is a much more modern problem for the United States than most people realize. But all it does is it allows you to put in order the people that you would support. So you can cast your vote for you like this person and some of their policy issues the most, but you aren't confident that they're going to win, so you also vote for this other person whose policy issues you also like, and then that makes it so that the people that the majority of people can kind of agree on end up being the people that are in positions of authority, which opens the door for third parties to be able to actually enter the conversation on a broader scale in general, which is better for executing the people's will. Now, if you don't want the people's will to be executed, then that's a different matter entirely. But when we have a representative democracy, it is important for our representatives to be representing the things that we, the people, actually care about.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the way that you phrased it, but to put it more succinctly, it's like it changes the dynamic of voting from voting for the lesser of two evils to choosing the candidates that you most align with in order of how much you align with them.
Exactly.
Therefore, the candidates who the most people most align with on a weighted scale will turn out to be the predominant winners.
Which is a good thing. It probably would lead to more moderate conservatives being in office.
Yes.
I don't know. I think if that were the case, it wouldn't be the progressive types who are pushing this. I think...
Well, the progressives live in this deluded world where they believe that the democratic socialists are going to be winning and taking everything by storm.
That seems to be the trajectory.
But maybe in certain blue bubbles... Like you might see,
I don't know.
You might see on your city
a guy who's like a Mamdani clone is about to win the Senate in Michigan.
Yeah, but you might see in these lower level positions, you might see more of these people that are pushing for infrastructure reform and pushing for this on a local level, which generally speaking, the people like, or these people wouldn't be ending up in positions of authority in great big cities. But it's okay to have a mayor that wants to fix the potholes and also thinks that we need to have single payer healthcare nationwide, but they don't have the authority to do that, right? It opens the door for you to be able to vote more selectively based on the things that those people are actually going to be influencing, and it is a win for the educated voter, for the people who pay attention to who they are voting for. And I think that I don't know, I don't see Mamdani doing a bunch of terrible things in New York. I know that there are a lot of people who don't have to agree with that. Right, like if he wants to be, to do all of these things, he also de facto is a person who's never going to be able to end up on the presidential ticket. You think that should be free? I don't have an issue with it. It's also in New York.
This pisses me off actually as someone who I know like this is sort of like a lot of electric types on the left because the first thing I saw about it was the absolute worst people you know are about to lose their shit about this. But like I'm an animal lover. Again, should be cared for and kept for. But I also think if you don't have the financial means to support an animal, you should be home. Like if you are a responsible pet owner, you have the money to pay a professional trainer if it needs it. Some animals are like very difficult to train. You have the money laying around so that if it needs an expensive surgery, you can pay for it. And this would frequently happen in New York City. People would because they can't afford their own places because the housing is so ridiculously expensive, they'd be in roommate situations or things like that, and then they would move to a new apartment. Everyone also moves all the time, and it would be a no pets apartment, so people would have to put on Craigslist or Facebook or whatever. I need someone to rehome my pet. It's like if you're not even secure enough in your own life, and that means financially indeed, that you don't have stable housing that you can count on, then you should not own a pet in New York City.
Yeah, it's funny. But it's also in New York City, and not the majority of people are listening to New York City. And I don't care what mayors of other cities do. I don't care what the mayors of the cities
that I live in. I just said, one of you said just going to vote in the U.S. Senate.
Sure, but what's the Senate actually controlling that is going to be a drawback? What's that person's policy platform? Because their stated ideology is typically speaking not aligned with what is going to actually get enacted, A, and B, if the majority of people in the state want that person and their policy platform, I don't think it's a bad thing. But I also think that clearly if this person's about to win in Michigan for Senate, or for, is it state Senate or Senate? U.S. Senate. U.S. Senate, right. If that person is going to win there, that already means that they are winning without ranked choice voting. So what does ranked choice voting have to do with that person in this election?
And what does one crazy person that advocates entries for pets in the U.S. Senate, what does that mean the likelihood of the Senate passing the law and the president signing the law that food entries be formed for pets throughout America? Like, what are the odds of that happening based on one crazy radical and actually in the office? And if it's the case then that like 70 of the people get voted into office, eventually politics will course correct and self-regulate, and people will then vote those people out if they're not happy with people getting free benefit.
Generally speaking, that's the way it works. But I think what happens if you implement ranked choice voting is that you end up with a lot more moderate wins, and I think that moderate wins are the key to stability in any nation. The more moderates you have, the better things are.
I think that really takes it optimistic about ranked choice voting. I think it's exactly the opposite of what it's a dark horse language in the socialist terms. But it's a dark horse in the socialist terms. Do you guys want to play 10:30? Does that sound good? Go to Monica. Get her back.
Like, the de facto precedent in the majority of America's mind is a moderate Republican. Which is why, whenever people get pissed off, you see a Democrat win, and maybe that Democrat's really popular like Obama was, and he wins twice. But then as soon as that administration is over, what does America do? They vote a conservative back in. In Joe Blow America's mind, your average everyday person, your de facto president is going to be a conservative. They prefer a moderate. For local politics, they're local politics. For the legislature, I think that the legislative elections are more important. But if they're more important, why not make it so that those representatives are representing the majority of their constituents?
I asked Grok about why progressives support ranked choice voting. It's so fucking confusing to me. Reading the explanation about the spoiler effect and majorities. It's very lengthy, and it shouldn't be this complicated to determine who our leaders are. It seems pretty fucking easy to me to go in there and pick.
It is pretty fucking easy. If you're just not smart enough to understand how ranked choice voting math works, then you just need to go back to like 5th grade, because you've been doing ranked choice voting in some capacity your entire fucking life.
Well, not in the way that Maine does it. But what my complaint is that since you've never actually run for a congressional campaign or the mayoralship or committee person. Oh, I've never been kicked out of my state's party either because, anyways, the point is that the petition process and even getting on the ballot is so highly controlled. Most candidates that want to lead and reform or change or help, they simply can't get on the ballot because lawyers and judges pick and choose who the fuck our leaders are. We don't have a real democracy. We don't have a real representative republic. We have a legal, political, industrial complex. Hello?
I do agree with that.
Brigham, your point would have been received better if you had ended it with a rhetorical question like, hello?
Yeah, that's my issue.
The longer that I've sat and thought about ranked choice voting deeply, the fewer issues I have with it. The only issue that ever comes up with it is what I was just saying, which is like, oh, it's confusing, and I don't understand how people actually win. And for those people, I say, I don't want you voting anyway.
Well, the other thing is that if that ends up becoming the system, it will be taught in class how it works. Whether or not students pay attention in class, you can't help. But
it's not that hard. Hey, here's 5 flavors of ice cream. Rank them in your order of favorite to least favorite.
Right. And you can still abstain from giving a person a vote.
If you really hate pistachio like the most and least most.
Right.
Complicated, my ass.
Hey, have you guys, hey, good evening, everybody, by the way. Good evening, hello.
Hello, Jabelli. What the fuck do you want?
Jabelli speaks and everyone leaves the room, Jesus Christ.
Shit, man. No, I wondered if you guys watched like the last World Cup match.
What?
The last World Cup match.
El Salvador.
I'm sorry, Florida?
Somebody needs to deport you to El Salvador.
To El Salvador? What am I going to do in El Salvador?
I hear they have beautiful hotels with bars on the doors.
And deport me from where exactly?
This room.
Yes, listen, Florida. I don't know, maybe
I agree. I would like to also recommend that the moderators reject Jabelli, take this anti-Semitic, low IQ, highly annoying person, and kick him to the goo or to the hallway. Jabelli, I hate you. You are a highly annoying person. And whenever I hear your voice, I go, ugh, God, why do people even communicate with this person? Why does anybody even sit here and listen or even talk with you? It just blows my mind. Hello?
It's fun to talk politics with.
I really don't understand.
Even you're asking us about the World Cup match.
Yeah, I wanted to like come in with like a regular time. You know what? I'm the son of a bitch for trying to have a normal conversation with you. Go fuck yourself.
You're a son of a bitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, man. Well, I just asked you about like the normal topic, and then Florida. I swear to God, this is why we're gonna replace it. Wallahi ladder.
Anyways, you have 17 cell phones sitting on your desk right now. They may or may not all be the same and the same color, but assuming that they're not, I want you to rank those 17 cell phones in order of your favorite to least favorite. And you can choose only 6 if you want. Can you handle that? If you can handle that, you can handle ranked choice voting.
Well, my concern is Grok's response about ranked choice voting is so lengthy that I just don't understand why it's not a simplistic response. Instead, it's incredibly complex. And my complaint...
I'm going to make an analogy at a 4th grade level for you, and I promise it'll be as simple as what I just told you.
Well, I don't know if you know this about me, but I am retarded. And
but you're not stupid.
Well, I have Down syndrome genetics. And so when I'm presented with your top 3 priorities and they don't even get me excited in the slightest, well, I just got to say, maybe it's not a me problem. Maybe it's a you problem.
Brigham seems to be on board with number 2 at least. What about number 1, Brigham, getting dark money out of politics?
Yeah.
What about you, Derisive, getting dark money out of politics?
What do you mean specifically? It sounds like a nebulous term.
Yeah, largely the idea that like people can just donate to some corporation and then the corporation can write a blank check on behalf of those donors in its own fucking LLC name to a political committee like the RNC of America or the DNC of America. You don't know whose money was involved in that $15,000 contribution.
Yeah. Generally, if you're asking if I want large-scale campaign finance reform, the answer is yes.
Okay, great. What about you?
Yes.
Well, there we go. This seems to be a bipartisan issue.
I have heard a compelling argument that money needs to stay in politics. I know this is not my perspective, but essentially the viewpoint was if money is just stripped out of the political election process entirely, it becomes a system like France has, where it's just a bunch of people who are continually voting for bigger governments and bigger beneficiary states, and the actual industries, which are the drivers of production of the economy, their sort of quote-unquote voice gets silenced because all they have is money. They don't have like the raw amount of people who are going to be championing their causes, but these are the big drivers of the economy. So anyway, in essence, the money that gets poured into politics is actually the necessary friction in these cases that sort of move along the engines of democracy or capitalism, evolve.
I think that you can move that money into a different place. So if you are a corporation and you have something that you think people really should care about, then you have the opportunity to put that to people's attention. And it is political, but it's not the same thing as we are influencing the politicians to act on our behalf as corporations, because corporations are not people.
Right, and if Brigham is the CEO of a corporation and wants to host a conference that advocates for his political persuasion, and then we all attend, and he asks us all to contribute $5,000 each on behalf of whatever his cause is, and he's required to keep a ledger, and we are required to send checks to the organization of his choosing under our own names, and there's like clear, defined, very obvious sort of record keeping involved with who is responsible for said money and influence. This is the type of fucking campaign finance reform that I'm talking about when I say getting dark money out of politics. Transparency.
I'm on that page. I don't think that money needs to leave politics. I think that we need to make it so that the politicians themselves are not being swayed by secret agendas that aren't able to be inspected. And I think that they shouldn't be able to come from business entities.
Who's Anne? Is it Anne?
It's me,
Joe. Fucking, what's his name?
Kitover.
Oh.
But see, I like to play the devil's advocate and say, what if we just separated economy and state completely in the same way that we don't have a state religion? Why do we have a state economy? I mean, it's supposed to be capitalism, and it's not capitalism in the slightest. 40-50% of our economy is all because of federal funding and federal borrowing. So that's the thing, is when you compare communism versus capitalism, or socialism versus quasi-capitalism, if you can't address the separation of state and economy, which is basically the concoction between Congress and the Federal Reserve, and you see how much the top congressional people raise every year. Like Susan Collins has already raised $10 million just for this campaign, and go back throughout her whole career. Like, look at Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Bernie Sanders is a unicorn. He has raised $800 million plus since 2000, and it's mostly from big pharma. Same with Elizabeth Warren. So the big event truly was COVID-19. That blew our deficit and our national debt to the outer limit. So if we're accumulating $2 trillion a year in deficit and debt, and COVID was way bigger than that, which, you know, that those years is like, our deficit is like $4 trillion, $5 trillion a year. So I'm just saying that we live in this artificial, fake capitalist society that we keep thinking it's so far from capitalism. We are the modern day Soviet Union.
I agree with you that it's far from capitalism, but I disagree with maybe two things. One, that the COVID pandemic blew our national debt to the outer limits. If by that all you're saying is that we're at historic highs in national debt, then yes, you're correct. But if I were to argue that our national debt has been out of hand by a certain amount for like 20 or 30 years already, maybe 20, right? Because Clinton actually did a pretty good job of balancing the budget. But that's a topic for another conversation. But if we want to sit here and talk about national debt being out of hand for like a good amount of years already before COVID, I would say it was already at the outer limits, and the bubble's burst, and we're just continuing to fucking blow fucking air into the burst bubble at this point. That's number one. Number two, real, true, unfettered, laissez-faire capitalism has this sort of effect that we're already seeing, but only exponentially worse, where the capitalists who have the most amount of capital will always be able to continue to purchase and buy up and consume more of the capital for themselves. It is truly a rich eat the poor, big eat the small, corporations eat the people sort of system of governance, which at a grand scale, true laissez-faire capitalism does that. Although I also consider myself favorable to capitalism over like socialism or communism, I understand the need for checks and regulations and some sort of a mixed hybrid sort of approach to government.
Yes.
Well, see, if you were the leader and you had to come up with a solution to liberate your people, because liberation theology is all the rage, right? Well, if every American is $450,000 in debt to their federal and state governments, which is pretty close to being accurate, if a leader emerged and said, hey, I want a debt jubilee, and the world is going to collapse, the economy, the Wall Street, it will all collapse temporarily, because we've now basically bankrupted all the banks and all the creditors internationally. But we still have the biggest mafia military on the planet. So we can technically do that. But if you talk to a liberal, socialist, progressive who wants to go communist, they can only achieve their lofty goals by utilizing Congress and the Federal Reserve to expand the currency and debt even further. My proposal would liberate, but also more accurately create a real sustainable economy and create more abundance for everyone, because it's not artificial in the way that they want to do it. My magic secret is we actually declare bankruptcy and become insolvent. And the way we save the country is by deporting all the illegals and allowing foreign investment to come in, and we control the illegal alien migrant population as laborers that come in the same way that Israel does it with Palestinians to build Israel. We have to control our environment, because right now the environment is controlling us, and it has been doing that for 26 years. George Bush, after 9/11, destroyed this country by going all in and conquering 7 countries overseas and bankrupting us and creating this never-ending military-industrial complex, big pharma, vaccine war economy. The economy cannot be based on war and vaccines. That's fucking suicide for America and for the world.
What do you think was the cause in 2020 of the majority of that deficit? Do you think it was the vaccines?
Corporate welfare, perhaps.
It was specifically the CARES Act and the COVID-19 relief funding, both of which were enacted by the conservative that allegedly was supposed to get the budget on track. That was one of the campaign promises back in 2016.
Well, the Triple P loan, that was $1 trillion scam. They say that got ripped off by like $800 billion, and everybody, including your mother, got fucking is being brought up on charges for that shit still today. And there's tens of thousands of scofflaws out there that owe the U.S. government fucking hundreds of billions. That program was $1 trillion program that got scammed. That was one of the biggest consumer frauds. But the corporate fraud with Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, and the 100 other vaccine manufacturers that mass-produced the COVID-19 vaccine and all the boosters, there was a lot of money there. I've pulled all these numbers, and recently my Instagram account got deleted because you can't say that Barry Soetoro, Obama's husband, is trans. That is verboten. You cannot say that. That is one of the censorship oligarchs' greatest fears, that you would dare criticize Obama, who's now rated as the most favorable politician of all fucking human history, and his husband, Michelle, aka Michael. So
I'm just saying that Michelle Obama is trans is retarded.
it's not retarded. It's not retarded.
I don't it's a thing.
It's a thing. Brigham, the LGBT. It's not. Listen, the LGBTQ trans movement is so popular and so pronounced that to think that his husband is not possibly actually an engineered CIA MK Ultra experiment, that Obama, the fact that Michelle and George Bush. Hold on one second. The fact. Hold on one sec. Brigham, please hold. Brigham, please hold. Hold. Brigham, you'll have to explain something then to me. How the fuck does George Bush and Michelle Obama sit there and giggle over Altoids when they are war and vaccine criminals to the highest degree possible? And you mean to tell me that George Bush Sr. didn't install Barack Hussein Obama because he was his pet project, their CIA, socially acceptable, white Protestant racist guilt ploy for hope and change? Brigham, the guy was installed. He's not an authentic grassroots president. He is a CIA installed asset. And he became CIA right out of college. You can go to his Wikipedia. He worked for Business International Corporation, which was a CIA front group and think tank. And so don't assume that you think you know everything just because you get your cock sucked, and get it drained by other men. That doesn't make you an intellectual giant.
By one other man at this current moment. The thing is that it is evident that Michelle Obama is not a man. I don't even have an argument for it because it is such a ludicrous allegation. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, and in a laissez-faire capitalist society, Meta reserves every right to revoke your account for saying shit that they don't like you saying on their platform. Which, by the way, if they allowed you to spew on their platform, and if they were to propagate it, if they were to push it, if they were to propel it to other people on the platform, they could potentially be held liable for your misconduct.
We'll see.
Well, not necessarily when it comes to public figures, because public figures are kind of in this nuanced area where the slander laws don't necessarily.
See, it's not slander when you have proof. I have proof. I 100% have proof that Michelle Obama is trans, and I'm about to show it to you. I'm gonna take. I'm putting it on my PTR. You're gonna fucking shit yourself when you see the truth. Michelle Michael does trans story time. He does trans story time. I'm updating the proof on my PTR. Please hold. Okay, look at my PTR. There's the proof. Michelle is not what you think, and I'll tell you why. Because for many years, we have been seeing highly professionally adjusted and manipulated photos. Life is a stage, and you guys are just little fucking mosquitoes. Admit it. You have no power, no money. You're not on the stage. All I'm trying to say is life is this fucking giant psyop, that you are born into, and you think you guys are know-it-alls, the fact that you guys can talk down to me and say, oh, here we go with the trans, you guys talk as if you're know-it-alls. I mean, I asked Florida, what would your top 3 priorities be?
Derangement syndrome. It's bizarre.
Brigham.
Like
Brigham, it's not transgender derangement syndrome. She's doing trans story time with the Reading Rainbow guy. It's right there. Look at my PTR. Look at it. Just look at it. Now I'm going to show you another one. I'm going to show you another photo that proves beyond a reasonable doubt that this is a man and that we have all been lied to with highly glossed photos and airbrush photography. It's true. You've all been manipulated and lied with fake images. I'm showing you unadulterated images. PTR number 2, the evidence.
the last time
PTR, the evidence submitted number 2.
in this country.
Probably in the 90s. Because the Bill Clinton...
No.
Please hold. I didn't finish answering.
It was 01.
I didn't finish
and
answering.
In 2000 and in 99 and 98.
Okay, Brigham, you're a fucking genius. Let me ask you this. Who are the only presidents that didn't have a stock market that went up but went down during the presidency? Go ahead, big shot. Fucking know-it-all faggot. Let's hear it.
I'd say probably Biden and Trump.
Well, you're going to have to Google it because you're wrong, faggot. It's Richard Nixon, and it's Richard Nixon. That's it.
Carter maybe.
No, dude. I just told you who. Richard Nixon. And guess what he did? He took us off the fucking gold standard, and there was no growth. But guess who got all the growth in 00? Bill Clinton, the guy who supposedly balanced the budget, yet we still had trillions in debt. And guess how all these internet stocks, the bubble took off. Guess how? It was called quantitative easing. The Federal Reserve was doing quantitative easing for Bill Clinton.
Was running a multi-hundred billion surplus.
The idea that there could have been a current debt and a future potential for wiping debt based on whatever the current tax policies and budgeting standards were that were passed by his Congress and Senate. That's what people are referring to, not the idea that all of a sudden the balance was zero and nullified. It was the idea that, like, hey, over the long term, over the next 10 years, which I believe is what these budgets allow for, the debt will be minimized or reduced. And reducing the debt year by year over the course of 10, 20 years, that's what people consider balancing a budget. Like when you go on a spending spree and you're accumulating $1,000 more in debt every year, 10 years later you're $10,000 in debt. You change your spending habits to now only be losing $700 per year, or rather earning $700 per year instead of spending an extra $1,000. You will eventually wipe that $10,000 debt out. That's called balancing the budget. Not we can't call it a balanced budget until we're zero debt. That might have been a word salad, but I'm sure you're not stupid.
No, I am retarded, and that was a big word salad. Listen, gentlemen, I just like to come here to mock people. And I know that's a character flaw of people accuse me of violating people's personal privacy, but I say life is short. And I just really want to say that I hope you guys don't waste too much time on this app. And what you listen to is very important. And if all you do is listen to retards on this app, you yourself could possibly be retarded. And if you suffer from Down syndrome, well, I have a new Down syndrome band that you guys are going to love that I discovered on YouTube. They do some far out cosmic meditations. I don't know if you guys have actually seen this band that I'm talking about, but I have realized
What are you up to this evening?
that I just really like Down syndrome music because I realize that most music out there actually sucks anyways. So why not just listen to Down syndrome people play music? Hello? I got kicked! We'll be back.
That's it. There's an entire ant colony with 100,000 ants. And you're like, nice, smashed one. Nice.
Rich gets a new account every fucking maybe day.
Had nothing to do with the complexities of the nuances. He understood the entire conversation. If you struggle to, Steve, I suggest that you fucking look up the whole spectrum thing again. You know what I'm talking about. See someone about it.
I still don't think Day understand what your family unit is. I heard every word that you said. I understood every word that you said. But I don't know how many blood siblings you have. I don't know how many adopted family members you had. But I was listening. I was in the audience and listening to every word. And I don't think Day understands either. I don't think anybody does.
So I think those questions are maybe questions that you wanted to ask, Steve, that you were curious about that weren't being answered because they were in your head in the goo. They, at no point did they ask me how many blood relatives I had. At no point did he ask me how many non-blood adopted relatives I had. At no point. So maybe those were questions you wanted answered and frustrated that I didn't read your little fucking Zionist brain and answer them for you while you're in the goo. But in no point or shape or form did they ever ask those questions, Steve. So how can I be accused of being not succinct for not answering questions that were only in your head in the goo?
These questions aren't in my head. You're making shit up again. I don't have any questions about your family unit. I have no questions about I don't have any questions about how many siblings you have by blood or how many you have by adoption or how you define a sibling. I don't have any questions.
What are you saying? You convoluted when I'm having a conversation with you.
Because it was like pulling fucking teeth. He didn't get it for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, he finally said, oh, I think I get it, but I don't think he did. And I don't think he does.
Hey,
and I can prove it if you want me to. I can prove it.
I know, but we're big miking this like IDF soldiers.
Well, then let's move on to something else if you don't want a big mic.
I just want to give Mark a chance to jump in here. That's all, Steve. Easy with the psych.
I would love Mark to jump in. It's fine with me.
We were just talking about spanking. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it good parenting? Is it lazy parenting? What's your take?
No, we weren't just talking about spanking.
Should I say something? Did you guys know that pretty much all the other animals in the world, no matter what size they are, they get cancer about the same rate as humans?
We discussed spanking for about 2 minutes. There was a lot of other shit that we were talking about before and after. But we did talk about spanking for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I know that's Cypher's favorite subject.
Yeah, Cypher's talked about it for years, and he's always been against it. Admittedly, one of the things he's been consistent about.
So recently, in the lab, this year, very recently, like literally like last month, in a lab, tested, experimented. We created a multiverse.
What? Come on, Daddy. What are you saying? How is it theory? Like for real?
These lasers and shit like that to like magnets to like hold this like particle quantum level. Like I forgot exactly how it all went down, but they did an experiment basically where they were able to keep things so small. It's like 10 to the minus like 43, I think, is where like the measurement and also where time actually like stops and it gets to a level where it's too low, and that's like the quantum level or whatever. And they were able to trap it and test it with just entropy, and they just measured the entropy. They didn't worry about time. They're like, we're gonna test out basically if time is something that's like, just a fundamental
Retards.
byproduct effect of what happens when you have like space and time. So like, and so they measured it just with entropy.
You found the
And
biggest
they showed the
retards on
entropy
Kronos.
level
Huge
rising.
time wasters.
And then it basically, if you watch the graph, it proved that time is a linear direction. They experimentally proved that like time is like this. It's not even real, but it's like this thing that's like linear, and you can only go forward if you want to track it. You have to go forward. So like that
and things like that. I was looking at the buildings that they built, and apparently they say they acted it like there's the way they did the windows and the
keeping your personal information.
Yeah. Well, I learned that a long time ago because like in the crypto world, you kind of like have to do that. It's just like the thing you have to do. So because not only for your own safety, like for your own well-being, but also like there's money involved. You know what I mean? You know about that, Joe and all that. So it's just kind of like a natural thing. I'm like, there's really no reason. I'm not here to like meet anybody like in that way.
Right.
So like, what's the point? Why do you have to not see my picture? Like, what the fuck,
Well, yeah, like this was the first thing you knew that from like the crypto and stuff world. Where like I came from this is my first like social audio things. Like, and I never used to be like really big into social media until COVID. Like I didn't really go on. So I was like, oh, and like thinking that everyone was genuine on here and like just completely naive. But I mean, people do mess with you in real life, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how the women on the South do it. I mean, I don't know.
Stop at that. Stop making some grandiose fucking claim that all time in the universe has to be forced in some fucking talking apes fucking limited fucking ability to experience time in any other way than linear. I hate you so much.
Wait, Jeremy, why are you spitting so much heat from Toronto? The cell cloaker thing, I'm not sure that it works. Are you sure it works? I'm asking from Tel Aviv.
Say that again.
I'm in Tel Aviv. We're watching you. You know we watch you, right, Jeremy? Well, and your cell cloaker thing, it would be interesting if it worked, but I'm not sure that it works. If I can track you down, anybody can.
Again, I'm not sure what you're saying. I think what you're saying is that you're from Israel. Is that what you're saying, Mark?
Not really, but I'm sitting here in Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv. Isn't Tel Aviv in Israel?
You said you live in Tel Aviv. You don't.
No, I don't. You said that. You said you live in Tel Aviv.
No.
I said I'm Canadian.
I'm sitting here in Tel Aviv. I said your name is Jeremy, and you're sitting in Toronto, and you think.
No, I'm not. No. Sorry. Listen, Mark, I know that you're trying to dox me, but you're doing it poorly. The Mossad really needs to update their information. I don't live in Toronto. I know that you guys who don't live in Canada think we only have one city. Hold on, Mossad.
Wait,
Mossad.
Not the same person.
Okay. You want to deal it? Okay.
What? Jeremy Hill? I can't say your name?
This is Jeremy Hill from Wireless Cloaker in Montreal.
And that's the problem with little dick Mossad Zionists, right? Is that they show their hands, right? They go out and they say things like, "Oh, dude, I went out and I'm gonna dox you and try to dox," and then they're like, "Dude, you're embarrassing yourself because you don't even have the information right." It's not like I don't share it, dude. Everybody knows the city I live in, and so when you come up and say you live in Toronto, everybody's laughing at you. Not because they're anti-Semitic. We all love Palestinians, the real Semites. No, we hate Zionists, or by we I mean the royal we, Mark. I hate Zionists who think that they're empowered by information from Assad that is just so fucking false. And you guys, do you know how many VPN companies you guys own? Do better. Like, just fucking do better. I mean, not in here, obviously, because you'll never fucking be allowed in this room ever again. But just do better. Try and dox, folks. Come on.
So the craziest thing is, if you think about it, it's actually kind of simple, right? So if you go faster than the speed of light, The speed of light is how fast light goes in a second, which is how fast light goes
just by just being around them. It it's insane. How much I know about people. It's just really incredible.
Yeah.
And people don't do that. They don't listen usually to other people.
Correct.
But I literally could if anybody anybody that come on stage at all know, I can piece together their life fairly well actually.
Well, that's an assumption. You know what they say about people that make assumptions, right? Hello?
Hello?
I just want to say that I hate soccer. I love American football. And the fact that the United States government has spent $1 billion on fucking FIFA, and we're $200 trillion in debt, $40 trillion in funded debt. Fuck this soccer bullshit. But we did spend $1 billion. I looked it up. Congress has spent $1 billion providing security primarily for FIFA. To me, is it worth it? Is it worth it as a taxpayer that we got to go 3 out of 5 days a week just to spend $7 trillion? We only collect $5 trillion. Like, when will leadership ever finally fess up and say, "Hey, sorry guys, but the past 26 years since 9/11, oops, we bankrupted the country. Oopsie, oops."
As long as we still have printing presses, it won't matter. We'll just print more money.
Well, see, there could come a time when a leader which has actual ethics and morals and says, "No, we won't do that. We will have a real economy or we will have no economy." Because having a fake economy where 40 to 50% of it is all borrowed and we don't manufacture anything, all you got to do is go to Amazon and go to Amazon Essentials, which are like the essential products in your life. And 100% of them are made in China. We make nothing, and real goods and services is the real economy, not inflationary spending for social woke, restorative justice, CRT, BLM, DEI, LGBTQ. And since we closed out the books on LGBTQ last month, thank God it's over, and we had our 250th celebration, I just want to say that I've made an amazing observation, and it's that 99.9% of all people are addicted to wasting time. People love being social. Being social is actually like one of the most fun things you can do, because reading a book does get kind of boring after a while, and being alone gets kind of boring. Like, why do you think squirrels and birds are always playing and chirping? Because it's something to do. Right, Clemens?
Yeah, but the stock market's at an all-time high, so life is good. We went through 53,000 today on the Dow.
Oh, great. Well, guess what? The deficit and the national debt's higher than it's ever been. Why do you think there's a correlation? If we didn't inflate the fucking currency supply so high, the stock market never would be where it's at. It's called quantitative easing. You're not an economist. You just play one on Clown House. You don't know how the Federal Reserve does quantitative easing, do you, Clemens? Go ahead, Dr. Economist. Tell us, how does the Federal Reserve achieve quantitative easing? Go ahead, Clemens.
I don't know. All I know is my 401k is at an all-time high. That's all I care about.
Got it. Well, Mark is here. Mark, I'm sure, has a better grasp of economics than you, and I'm sure his portfolio is about 10 times bigger than yours, Clemens.
Hosting's good for the economy, though. Kitover. So it's.
How's it good for the? We spent $1 billion on a soccer match.
Keep the Dow going up, man. Keep it going up.
Up, up, up. You know things that go up must come down. Don't you understand physics, Clemens?
Uh-oh.
Riverdale's come around that.
You said Rydell?
Yeah.
Hello?
I don't really know, actually. That's a good question. I mean, you were here, obviously, but she was here the other day for, like, I don't know, an hour.
Gentlemen, I hate to interrupt, but I want to point your attention to my PTR, which is a picture of Michael Obama, Barry's husband. And I was kicked off of Instagram. I've written a letter to Todd Blanche, as well as to Mark Zuckerberg, demanding a full investigation into censorship of conservative Republican voices. And I have absolutely proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and I have the evidence, that Michelle Obama is trans. And the fact that the entire month of June is Trans Pride Month and LGBTQ month, and there's trans in the LGBTQ, why is it considered to be so immoral, so despicable to make an observation as a scientist that Barry's husband certainly does look like a man in the undoctored, unairbrushed photos? And to say that and to be censored and to say that that is abuse, harassment, or hate speech, I'm not so sure about that anymore, because when I'm about to PTR another photo. This is Michelle Obama doing trans story time with the Reading Rainbow guy at the Chicago Mordor Obama Tower of Doom and Lies and Propaganda. Look at my PTR, and you tell me, is that not trans story time? And when I see Barry and I see his children, something is amiss. Those are not her children. Those are surrogate children. There are no photos of Michael having children. And Michael loves to hang out with George Bush and eat Altoids and create little viral snippets.
Do you believe that Michelle Obama is a male? Do you seriously believe that?
I do actually. I'm like 51% because LGBTQ and trans is so pervasive now that the fact that Barry Soetoro Obama, who in Chicago went to Grant Park and said, "We need hope and change," everybody thought he was going to end the war. He didn't. That fucking guy did whatever the CIA told him to do. He was not. He fooled everybody. Why do you think so many strong Black Americans say he ain't an N-word and he didn't do shit for the brothers? Because he's not Black. He's not an African American ADOS. His mother was a CIA prostitute that ran honeypots, and you can just Google it and look at the pictures of her in her lingerie. So my opinion is that we do have a CIA reality. Like in that movie, The Good Shepherd, when Matt Damon is like, the N-words got their music, the Italians, you got your church. What do you got? He's like, you're just renting from us. Who do you think Barry Soetoro Obama really is? The organizer? Go to his Wikipedia, go to Michelle Obama's Wikipedia, look at their first job out of Columbia University, a Business International Corporation, a CIA think tank. It's right there in their Wikipedia. These fake-ass African Americans, one is a trans guy and one is a gay guy, are deceivers to the highest degree possible. They are totally actors. They were put and installed by the military-industrial complex and the pharma-industrial complex, in my opinion, because they are vaccine criminals. They are war criminals. And the fact that Barry Soetoro Obama promoted the vaccines with George Bush and Bill Clinton and Zuckerberg, you tell me, is reality, or is it all theatrical and hypnosis programming? In my opinion, my diagnosis is possible.
But even if all that's true, he still promoted a record Dow. That's all that matters, man. All this is noise. Who cares if she's trans or not? It's all about the Dow and making money, brother.
Jane, would you like to contribute?
No, I'm good.
I'd like to add.
Go ahead.
It's likely that Michelle Obama plays soccer, too.
Kitover, how do you get all those cell phones?
Oh, sorry. Also, when did you go to Michelle?
Listen, what I'm saying is political, and it might. Oh, I'm just having a good old time. Well, this might just be the way I sound at 43 years old. I'm sorry. If you want, we could do a meditation hypnosis class. I'd be happy to do a yoga pose.
John, I think you need to read a book.
I read this morning. I read Marcus Aurelius' Meditation, Stoic Philosophy. Many of you retards have never read a fucking book in the 5 years you've been on this stupid app, listening to Marshall Rankin repeat himself a gazillion times. So I'm just saying that if you don't read a book and all you do is use this stupid app, you are stupid. And that's okay. Lots of retards out there in clown world. I know a beautiful girl who's worth millions of dollars, travels the world. She's an incredibly strong, vivacious woman. And I asked her, when was the last time you read a book? It's been 20 years. 20 years you haven't read a book? Oh, you're retarded, But
you don't enjoy hearing from Marshall when he cites old laws and history.
Well, he dropped out of college. He's a pseudo-intellectual. He's a pseudo-intellectual and a pseudo-historian.
74 section of the law 750 says that you can't do that.
Part of life is mockery and roasting. And if you've ever watched the roasts, famous roasts on YouTube or whatever, the old ones or the newer ones, that's what this app really is. And politically correct, everybody on that stage is totally roast worthy. And, the Band Goat Show, it really is somewhat entertaining and unique. So that is the American experience. And no one should be penalized for being retarded. But if you break the law, or if you're violent, well then, yeah, we want some penalties for those types of retards. Hello?
God bless Pepe. So, yeah, how do you get all those cell phones? Where do you just buy them used? Like, you have, 30 cell phones. Isn't that expensive?
And isn't it handsome when they all have to be upgraded?
Well, the most, I've tested so many cell phones. My best testing is with the Motorola's. Samsung has become an inferior product to a very high degree. Their operating system is slow, but these Motorola's are killing it. So if you're an investor, in my opinion, if you want to buy a cell phone stock, Motorola, if it even trades anymore, their products, wherever they're manufacturing them, are tip top. And $50 for, this is why the economy's fucked. Apple's raising their prices, but I can buy a $50 Motorola and still achieve the that I want to achieve if I was buying a $1,000 Apple phone. So cell phones can't get any better. Look at your experience right now. The audio experience is unique, but there's no video here. And take the turkey bone out of the mouth. You got the food out of the mouth. Peter, take the Fessenjun out of the mouth. Anyways, I know I am wasting your time here, and we've got important topics to talk about. Like Graham Plattner, the Nazi rapist, has officially dropped out of the election. And Susan Collins is undefeated. Glory be to Dr. Susan Collins.
Did something come out about his sexual past or something?
Yeah, a woman called into a live show and claimed that he raped her, and his jaw dropped. So the clip is it's so damning. And
I gotta see this. And it was vetted. It was legit.
Yeah, he's confirmed it, and he said he's dropping out. He said, that redheaded bitch at the DNC who held up that Project 2025 book, and she's like, Project 2025 coming more at you later. We're gonna read that bitch also dropped out, and now I guess her Muslim opponent is gonna be the winner. So that bitch is an awful, horrible person. I don't know her name, Michelle something. She's red. She's hot. Anyways, I've said too much. I hope everyone here has a fantastic night. And please, dear God, don't mod Pepe.
I would bet that Plattner's been bought off. He needs to get out of the race so the party, the main party, can
appoint in their selected candidate to run in the Senate race. However, they're going to oust him, and he's probably in on about this rape accusation. He's probably getting millions of dollars to buy out of it too. And I don't have a source. I just have living experience following this for 3 decades.
My conspiracy is I think Graham Plattner was actually paid for and bought and paid to run by right-wing donors and advocates as a quote-unquote democratic socialist candidate. And the idea is, someone whose past sounds like it aligns very closely with quote-unquote neo-Nazi culture in America, all of a sudden having some drastic change of heart.
Zionists who think that they're
changing his position seems a little suspicious.
Question: are the DSA people that got him involved? They've been interviewed by the nightly news, and they went on and bragged about how they were able to find Graham Plattner and figured are they also Republican?
They're all neo-Nazi shills. Democrat, Republican doesn't necessarily mean anything when talking about neo-Nazism.
Yeah, these come to, but they're neo-Nazis, masquerading anti-socialists.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But have you heard Plattner speak? He's not, in my opinion, what you are categorizing him as. In my opinion, he definitely is a woke, social justice, liberal, progressive, Democrat, pluralist, LGBTQ, everything.
But he wasn't just 5 years ago, right?
Well, how do you know that? I mean, because the thing is, in 2026, which is the year we're living in.
His own admission in his past.
Well, Florida, it's 2026.
His tattoo.
I get it. The thing is, the rape accusation has sunk his battleship. Ding, ding.
Or has it?
It has. You have no idea.
Maybe that's just the kind of.
No, it's not. Florida, it's not. You don't know the backdrop.
That's just the kind of
Every major Democrat has distanced and renounced and denounced. It's over for. The Democrats have completely separated themselves from him. Every major Democrat, Roe, everyone in Illinois, every single person, because you probably don't do shit on X. If you do, I mean, you're not looking at the content I'm looking at. I'm telling you,
I'm not looking at X.
The Democrats have completely distanced themselves, and they're all on X. They don't discriminate now and say, "Get a blue sky." They're all on X because they know the power of communication. And if you're not there and you're only on blue sky, well, you got blue hair and you're an LGBTQ pluralist progressive Democrat.
Yeah, I'm not on blue sky either.
Well, Florida and I were talking in an earlier room, and I asked him, what are his 3 priorities? And he gave me an epic word salad. And the first one is getting dirty money out of politics. Florida wants to limit dark money, which is dirty money. And number 2, it was
Not necessarily.
Oh, not necessarily. No. Anyways, the second priority is rank choice voting. And he says, well, we already fucking have ranked choice voting, you fucking retard moron. You don't even fucking know it because you're a fucking idiot, dummy. And I said
you've been doing ranked choice voting in some capacity.
Got it. Some capacity. In a capacity.
Work, then that's on you.
Capacity. And my response is that since I am a bona fide politician and I've run in 2 actual political campaigns I'm about to file for the mayoralship of Chicago, which will be my third political campaign, and I actually have an experience. Well, I didn't get on the ballot, but the fact of the matter is, I was never in the state party. What are you talking about?
Examples of ranked choice voting I gave you of how it works in the real world.
I just want to say that my response was that it's
elementary
Florida. Bima! Welcome! Dr. Bima! Bima, I heard you broke up with your boyfriend. Mazel tov and congratulations. You and Beaver can now finally be a couple! Beaver, I got you, bro. Wingman me, Beaver. Bima's single now, dude. It's your big shot. She finally gave up on the BLM guy who keeps ditching her while he's fake driving trucks and shit. Anyway, I said too much.
Hey Joe, what's this story about this black kid that was somewhere down in your neck of the woods at the lake or something that was with his friends and then he came up missing and he's dead in Mississippi?
It's the newest black. It's the newest black mind virus going around.
Yeah, and the white women that came back, they had black eyes when they returned from offshore.
What?
Is that who you're talking about?
That's the next story on Clubhouse shortly. I'm trying to get caught up.
Yeah, what the fuck what are we talking about here?
It's like a ghost story where 5 white guys and a black guy went out on a fun party boat, and only the white guys returned. That's the newest black mind virus going around.
Let me find a link so I'll talk.
Speaking of mind viruses here, Bima has a horrific mind virus, and she believes that we live in a structural white racist society, and if you're not combating that every day, you are the problem. And I just want to say that's just a little limited in scope, because some of us read an irresistible book known as the Bible. And in the Bible, if you possess the wisdom, you would know just how retarded your perspective is.
Cheeseburgers aside.
Wallace, I saw you give fire to John Kitover. You've now been shunned. You're in the doghouse, Wallace. I saw that.
So American soccer, we're never going to get any better at it until we're able to pay our soccer players on the same level that UEFA is able to pay their soccer players.
Look at what Ben wrote. So now millions of football fans around the world view the U.S. as cheaters who use political corruption to influence FIFA, and we lose anyway. So much winning. When's the next war? I just got to say, Ben, Americans don't give a fuck about soccer. We spent $1 billion propagandizing it as if it fucking matters to losers like you who watch it and get emotionally involved in a fucking game for children, kicking around a black and white speckled ball. Do you realize how retarded you are, even for listening to me right now? You're wasting all your time, Ben, and if you watch soccer or listen to me, you have attention deficit disorder. Your focus and concentration is completely misdirected all the time.
I agree with everything you're saying right now.
I appreciate that, Clemens, and that goes for you as well. And when I hear you in the Gary Bumgarden News room with Marshall Stankin ranking the fake Rhino Republican with Monica de la Cruz, the bullshit communist Republican Hidalgo, stupid communist. Oh, he's a Republican saint. The guy can't even identify a border on a map. Listen.
The truth hurts.
Yeah, it stings. The truth. See, that's why I say you have to appreciate me as a professional roaster. In fact, my father was also considered a professional roaster in the Chicago Police Department comedy circuit. All I'm trying to say is that today is a great day because we fooled the world again with soccer. Americans hate soccer. We love American football. And we spent
I'm sorry. I do. We just suck at it because our brothers.
Beaver, that's why you are going to be a great couple. The point is, we spent $1 billion propagandizing soccer to emotionally manipulate people for the sake of mind control, because we are $240 trillion in debt, and we just spent $1 billion spamming soccer. I am complete.
Soccer is only played. It's a poor people's sport. You know that, right?
Yes. But we will never be able to compete at it if our certain demographic of athletes plays it at a young age. You have to develop that first touch when you're like, a young kid. And we don't have that. They're playing basketball and football and whatever else.
I think there's actually 3 main reasons for that.
Like, why do you guys, I don't know, that's weird to me. Why do you guys not, like, in your communities, you guys didn't play soccer as a kid?
I'm talking about a special type of athlete.
I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's weird.
I think there's 3 main reasons for it, though, to be honest, Bieber. One is that the culture already doesn't really accept soccer. So, like, the odds of getting people into it is difficult. That's one. 2, the money in soccer isn't anywhere near what the money in basketball or football is. That's number 2. Number 3, even if the culture and the money permitted it, the harsh reality that's much more difficult to change and I think much more interesting to talk about is the fact that the current socioeconomic and landscape, like physical landscape of America's urban communities, doesn't have many fields for people to be able to like start playing soccer in an organized fashion. And in the concrete jungle, so to speak, basketball courts, because concrete is already laid all over the place, it's just much more common. So you have to like clear the basketball courts and start putting up grass or turf fields for soccer, and that's just kind of like more of a burden. So I think those 3 things really drastically impact the amount that, say, some of our more athletic Americans face when it comes to picking up the game of soccer.
Yep, you are spot on.
Oh, I just want to quickly bring up a new topic, which was some witnesses before Congress about MK Ultra and the CIA's human experiments in the 50s and 60s, etc., for vulnerable populations, which they have confirmed is medical torture, that it was the largest and most psychotic medical torture program ever conducted by the CIA, a group of researchers. You can look it up today. I'll put a link in the chat. Anyways, if you're unaware of what the U.S. government has done, and think about all the money that was spent conducting all of this research and the extent of it by having brothels with hidden cameras and basically the weirdest thing that came out today in the congressional testimony is that Michelle Obama is trans, and an extenuated project of the MK Ultra program to create a Manchurian candidate.
This is actually on the military website. You guys removed it from the station. Yo, you can't make that up. That's hilarious. This is your guys' party.
It's Dima masquerading as.
No, that was me. I take force. I did it.
See, Joe, I told you, you fucking ankle bite me all the time, and you're fucking wrong, dude. And you're a piece of shit also, and I hate you. No, you're a shit. You're a shit person, and you're wrong. I don't fucking move people, first of all, you dumb bitch. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, I'm tired of you fucking ankle biting me. You constantly have to in your fucking mouth. Do I taste good, Joe? No, Ann, I'm sorry, Ann. I will remove you, Ann, if I need to.
Remove me then.
Okay, well, listen, just shut the fuck up, because listen, then get your man in fucking check. This isn't about you. It's not about you, and it's not you.
Yes, it does.
That's fine. I'll talk to him when you're not in the room because you can't handle it.
I can't handle it.
You can't handle it.
No,
Sounds like you can't handle it.
him ankle biting you because then you become so unhinged. He's not even saying anything. You take everything so personal. You don't even know who he is, and you take everything so personal. So you should just do some self-reflecting, and then you wouldn't get so upset about what Joe here on the internet thinks of you.
Well, he did blame her, and it was me that did it.
Who cares?
So. Well, I'm just setting the record straight.
Why'd you lose control though?
Because you're always ankle biting me, Joe, constantly. You love tasting me. You love Bima. Constantly, you love me in your mouth. You love Bima all on your tongue, down your throat. You love it. You love it. You love it because you just can't keep me out of your mouth. You can't keep me out of your mouth. I taste so good, don't I, Joe? I taste good, don't I, Joe? Keep me out of your mouth, dude.
If you're going to be part of the content up here, we're going to talk about it.
Okay, well then enjoy the taste. Enjoy the taste. You love tasting.
In a Trump room,
you love
you're
tasting.
going to be talking.
I haven't said anything to anybody. I wasn't referring to you. I don't refer to you. You're always the first one. You're always the first one to have me in your mouth. You just love me in your mouth. You love tasting. You love tasting.
If Beaver takes credit for it, though, then you got to come over the top, and then you got to have this emotional outburst.
Because it's all the time, Joe. It's every time. It's every time. It's never enough. You're the only person. You come in this room and you pretend to be cordial or friendly. Okay, good. Just stop, Joe. Jesus.
What happens is you make these comments under your breath.
I don't make any comments. I don't refer to you. I don't talk about you. I don't talk to you. That's only okay. I responded to you, Joe. To you. To you. But hold on. You cannot. That's a victim. You can't blame the victim, dude. You're the one who's attacked. I'm not saying anything to you. I don't refer to you. I don't talk to you. I don't talk to you. I don't refer to you. I don't interrupt you. And you just constantly have shit to say about me all the time. All the time in the chat. All the time. And you want to come up here and you want to pretend like we're all just like friendly. Like, dude, just enough.
Chat, Bima, and everyone agrees with Joe, and everyone's giving.
And come on, just stop.
No, like he said.
I get it that he's your cop, but please.
Bima, did you hear what? That's kind of rude. You don't say that. Come on.
Yeah.
Did you see what William
say
said?
whatever the hell I want to say.
No, nobody.
He said you're making
I can. Get over it. It's the internet. Get over it. It's the internet.
It's the internet.
It's the internet. Okay, well then, why are you then interfering with me and Joe?
Because
you're unhinged.
Hey, Bima, what is pussy spelled backwards?
Because.
Because it's weird.
Then okay, well, too bad. I fight with men on this app all the time. I can handle it. He can handle it too. He doesn't need you. Did you see? Who's losing? Who's losing it? And you're interfering with someone that has nothing.
All right, it's over. Okay. Joe thought it was Bima. I can see why he thought it was Bima.
Why? I don't remove anybody. I don't remove anybody ever. But he accuses me of it all the time.
You're viewed as a libtard of the group, but you're not. I did it. That's why I spoke up.
Come on, she is.
It was me.
There's only some Kitover you could take.
Yeah, that was me. I just couldn't take it.
Kitover is fine. He could come back.
Kitover is fucking. John Kitover is absolutely based.
Well, he repeated the same thing over and over. It's just this got a little bit too much. But
leave John Kitover, please.
I know, I get it.
And we know she's not trans. She's a woman.
Who?
I think.
Oh, Obama.
I mean, we heard that story 3 times tonight so far. So, yeah, we get it. We got it. And, Beaver's
a time to take a shot at Bima. Come on, can you blame me?
But don't you guys think we should take it serious? It's on an official government website.
Can you post a link? I've never seen it. I don't know.
Kitover, he put it in the chat.
What do you think is going to happen with this case of this black kid, Nolan Wells? Or is that a boring topic?
No, it'll pick up steam. It's all over X right now. And it will get juicier as everybody starts taking their sides. We'll have another round of goodies coming up, I think.
Bima, have you heard about this?
No.
Young black kid, 18, went out with a bunch of white kids. There was some alleged altercation.
No, there wasn't. You're bullshit.
I swear to God, check the link up top.
I've read it.
This is what you guys were talking about with the boat thing down by New York. Okay, let me check this out.
The alleged altercation.
Is that not the truth? I mean, that's what I haven't read. Like, I've just seen a few tweets about it. I don't know the real full latest story. That's why I'm mentioning it. Was he lynched out in the water somewhere?
Well, I think they were having fun, and he probably just fell overboard or something.
He's the victim of structural white racism, clearly.
Let's not start making Eric Clapton level excuses, all right?
What the fuck do you mean he just fell overboard or something and then he just like that's have you ever been on a boat?
That's why, Coco, that's why I said it. Especially like if you've gone into if somebody has gone overboard like at night, it's so difficult to find them. And if they can't swim and they start to go over, they start to go under, it happens so fast.
So let me get this clear. If you are out on a boat with somebody at night, Bima, and they flipped overboard, you would fucking leave them there?
Well, that's what you do. No, but didn't they say that there was a search and people were trying to find them? Isn't that what happened?
No, I don't know. I'm still reading this.
I mean, like, if he didn't have a life vest on, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they make it's so important for everybody to have life vests.
I think Eric Clapton's one of the best guitarists.
As
far as father figures are concerned, that's good.
Okay, guys.
Florida, you are so right. My dad absolutely loves
Okay, with all due respect, you
David,
guys.
no, with all due respect.
With all due respect, you guys need to calm down.
With all due respect. Put the bottle down.
You're not going to be around much longer if you keep drinking like this, Dave.
Yeah. It's really sad, actually.
But the Tears in Heaven song is because he wasn't watching his kid and they fell off a balcony.
No, that's not true. Him and his wife were at work, and the babysitter, the nanny, was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
What do you mean? Stop that.
Okay, this post is not giving a lot of content. Oh, he was arguing with his friends. Okay, what the fuck? That doesn't tell me anything.
So all we have right now is that the authorities are trying to track down people that might have been there that day, and they're questioning people.
Oh, David Bobadilla is here.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Whatever, I hope they find this
Bring
kid.
David Bobadilla up.
He might be.
Found lost in commentary.
It is suspicious when you pull up the pinned tweet there that the black guy's in the water with nothing but white people. That is very, very suspicious.
At least it's not winter, you know what I mean? So that kind of like takes out the possibility that, obviously he didn't like fall through fucking ice.
A lot of people can't swim, so they should have had floaties on at least or some life jacket.
Oh god, that's not true. Stop it.
We know if no charges are pressed, then we know that it's those damn white racists in Mississippi.
Yeah, you're a white racist piece of shit, motherfucker.
There I go. Once again. On the tongue.
I mean, according to Bima, if you don't literally worship the fucking ground black people walk on, then you're a racist.
Bima Mel is hungry. I think that's the greatest quote I've ever read on this app.
Like,
He was definitely one of those black girls that got on her hands and knees and just like kissed the feet of black people during BLM riot.
Well, but I think if we're gonna talk about like black people dying and stuff like that, I think something we should bring more attention to is the.
Okay, you shouldn't say black though. With all due respect, you shouldn't say black.
Can you shut the fuck up? You're so honestly, you're insufferable. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay.
No wonder you're not here. Yeah, so like. Okay, David's gonna finish my sentence for me. Go ahead, finish it for me.
I mean, I have 2 PhDs, so.
He's so funny. He's so drunk. Oh my god. Oh, fucking David, man.
Okay, I wanted to bring up the black kids that have been, like, found hanging, and then, you know, like, whatever it is, they say that no foul play was found, and then later on, after they do the autopsy, we all find out that that's bullshit. And that's been, like, an increasing thing.
Okay, well, you know, let's calm down, right?
Let's calm down. Let's just.
Well, you know.
Like, docile.
Okay, with all due respect, I mean, I have 2 PhDs, so I'm just telling you.
You know what David reminds me of? Let me show you. This is what David reminds me of.
You know, I hear the black people in this app talk about this code, and they say it's like they're murdered and lynched.
Yeah, that's what it's giving, right? It's giving the lynching.
I would just think
like, where are these communities that are doing the lynching? Like,
Defend yourself to an extent, but they're going to do their marches and do their speeches. That's about it. But they're a real organization. Even and trust me, I know a bunch of fucking members. They are a real group. I don't know. Most of us. Back in the day, I would never comment on it really, but like I don't really see where they're effective. But I would see them as
on the internet.
A good thing is at least they were trying to ban, you know, white native-born Americans together. But I don't know if that answers your question.
Hey, Rafi, can I say something real quick? Oh, hey, Monica, I just want to make sure that before I message you on WhatsApp, if you can give me a thumbs up, you're being sudden, that you're not like a bot or something.
We finally got Monica! Is that Monica? Monica Marie!
She hasn't, I tried to ask her to say something earlier, she's not saying.
I just want to make sure she can hear me, that's all. I just want to say Muhammad is a Shadr Multa. Muhammad is in Jahannam.
She needs your credit card number, bro.
No, I know that. I just want to make sure she hears it. Because I know it's some dirty Pakistani faggot, you know. He's in the back channel, like, messaging, I am from Slovenia. Please message me on secure WhatsApp. You Pakistani piece of shit. Shadr Multa Kusumko.
You should probably kick Monica. This is a scammer.
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad is a faggot. He's getting fucked in the ass and he sucked his grandson's penis. And he loves sucking big black dick. Yeah.
I would add, I'm sorry, like, I almost never do this. This is a person that was not communicating with us, but there was a reason earlier why when I brought her up and she raised her hand, I was asking for her to just, in a jovial way, to at least speak. Because I felt like it was probably a scammer.
It is.
This person did not speak, and so, yeah, we don't need that shit.
Yeah, they said, hello, friend. I said, sup. They said, how are you, friend? I said, good. I said, it's a pleasure to meeting you. Fucking you from? I said, upstate Maine. They said, all right, friend. If we be friend, be nice and continue communicating on WhatsApp. It's more secure. I'm from Slovenia. My office WhatsApp number. Text me on
This
WhatsApp.
person just sent me. Okay, so I turned my notifications off, so I don't get people's messages on here because it will beep like every fucking 30 seconds. I'm not gonna do that. But the person did send me at. Let me look. It was at requests. Hello, friend, with a face with smileys or
same one I got, yeah.
Hearts around it. 26 minutes ago, and so yeah, no, it's a scammer. It's just
I just want to tell them how gay their prophet is. That's all. Bro, Brett, and what's her name crashing out the other day? Kapara was fucking amazing. Kapara got mad because I was on Brett's side, and I was like, no, answer his question. Like, stop being hypocritical. They said I got kicked for the rib. Oh, it's amazing.
Here's the problem with the Muslim. Very honest. You have one group of people. Now you have the Turks, which I understand the Turks. They have everyone, right now. But if we look at the Turks and we look at the Persians, there's a couple populations that you can see that they have capability and potential, but the rest of them are just like a drag on the fucking world. Except for the fact that God, they inhabit land where God, gave them oil.
Brett said, "Bring me up, Heaven." Brett said, "Bring me up, Heaven."
It's completely different between the coast and the island than it is on the island to the coast side. The currents pick up significantly on the Gulf Island side, the inland side, all that kind of shit. Horn Island's kind of a popular spot to go to on boats and shit like that. Also, they did find the kid. They didn't locate the child. And I believe in the latest tournaments, all the children have lawyered up.
Oh shit.
The children remember anything that occurred. Nobody remembers anything. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe one of the children that was on the boat that caught amnesia all of a sudden, his mother is a local judge.
I just read all that what you just said. So, I guess there was an argument too, at a certain point. I don't know how they got the timestamp on it, on this particular X post, but, so, yeah, it's like it's going to that process that they think foul play or something has happened. Now, from what I know, again, I don't know all the details, I'm still catching up, is that he was alone with a white woman, right, a white girl, and they had wandered off to like a different area or something like that. Is that what you heard too, G, or no?
Well, yeah, that's again, all the children have lawyered up first. All right, so we're looking at like sidebar conjectures and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've heard the wander off story. I've heard it was out there. I'm just stuck at you don't remember. And if that's the case, I need to know when your memory stopped. You remembered how to get back from where you were to the island, from the island to the shore. They remembered how to get from the shore into the vehicles to get home. They remembered how to get to the mom's house to give her the phone. They gave him his phone, by the way. They did give him the phone. But they remembered all that. But they don't remember what happened to him. I just need to know what the memory lapse occurred.
Did you hear this? The reporting on local news is accidental drowning. Part of that.
I'm not hearing accidental drownings. I'm fairly local to the area. I'm not hearing any accidental drownings. I haven't seen it. I saw the story pop up earlier today.
Did this happen at the nighttime, like late night, or what?
I don't know the time context. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
It said that it's 3 p.m. now. It said that he was last seen at 3 p.m.
Yeah, that's also when the tide gets heaviest. But you know, that's you know, but they found him, so that's one say you got washed away. Okay, cool, they found him, but you know, fuck, you know, what
He should tell him something.
what if they were, you know, what if they were all puffing on some Bam Bam and you may have gotten a bad shot off some shit, you know what I'm saying? Out in the middle of the water on a boat, you know? People do, they get allowed water on boats, you know, I don't know. But they're saying like there could be a lot of foul play going on here, you know what I mean? It just smacks of it, you know, it smacks of foul play.
While you're up, if you've told your parents this is what happened and they say shut your mouth, I'm getting a lawyer. I mean, that's what I would think.
Yeah, and that tells me off the rip. Like, yo, y'all didn't like go back down there to try to aid in the recovery effort. Y'all weren't, you know what I mean? Like, your first and only inclination is shut the fuck up. Let's get Robert on speed dial. He'll tell you what the fuck to do from here on out.
Yeah, like you remember the Alec Murdoch case where the kid had the boat wreck and the girl was
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he got his granddad and his dad down there, and they went around. They said they tried to take up and say shut your mouth, don't say anything, you know, because they knew right away. Small town, they had power, they knew what to do.
They got the advantage.
Gee, you're from the area?
Ocean Springs, yeah, I visit down this area quite frequently. It's actually right next to Biloxi. There's tons of casinos and shit over there.
They say, did you hear about the I don't know if it was a woman, a person that, it said near Horn Island last year, they jumped off of an anchored boat into shallow water and they just died. Like they came up unconscious and was just dead. They drowned, I guess.
Yeah, that's what when I heard the story, I think that was another. I seem to remember about a year or so ago, I heard a story of that being alleged to have occurred, but if I'm not mistaken, also some pretty shaky circumstances involving partners from mixed backgrounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know of at least one other in that area that if that's, I can't think of the guy's name, but I know for a fact that happened sometime last year. It's just interesting, you know, just that we are in small town Mississippi, and kid's mom is a judge. So.
Is it pretty racist there, like, you know, like Mississippi burning all that shit? Like, is it really still like that in some places?
Well, it's like that in most. I think a lot of places in America. What you talking about?
Well,
we're gonna have to agree, disagree, because you're right. Okay, I got you. But yeah, it's like that a lot. It's just convenient. It's just, you know, it's just good to not be able to like actively have to see it all the time to really see what's happening in this situation.
Do you feel that there's a lot of these cases that they are being lynched? Like you feel like a lot of these missing cases, people are being lynched? Where are you on that?
Well, I mean, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, I mean, you know, people walking around being found hung, and, you know, and the average teenager doesn't really know how to tie its own noose these days, but, you know, I guess we have an extensive amount of industrial black males who love to go out in the middle of the woods and find themselves a nice tree and tie themselves up a really good old-fashioned noose and throw the motherfucker over the branch. Yeah, right.
How often is that happening?
It's happened more than it's happened. Fuck, what? I think we had at least like once a year.
Yeah, what happened to that Juliana girl? Didn't that recently just happen with Juliana, like North Carolina? What's her name?
Yeah, it's like one of the ones that get broadcast, right? Who's to say how often it actually does happen? It's just how often we see it being broadcast across national media that it tracks. So, yeah. That's America, right?
It's amazing how these guys can get away with lynching somebody. None of these people have been caught in like crossword though, right?
Nope.
How is that possible? Well, because of cameras and like.
Well, because if I'm not mistaken, again, each and every one of those circumstances it was ruled a suicide.
Well, what do you mean each and every circumstance it was ruled a suicide?
I'm not aware of any one of those hanging situations that was ruled anything other than suicide.
What's like more recent ones?
that were ruled suicide? Like, what state is this, and when were they ruled suicide?
Everyone that